ladies and gentlemen. What's the deal? Pickles, is everything kosher? It's your boy Rumboyz Rob, you're the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. Climb aboard, mateys. Here aboard my pirate ship. It's the final, like, it's not even just like the final episode of Rumboyz After Dark for the year of 2021, but it's like the final piece of Rumboyz content, period, for the end of the year. I'll officially be working on, like, doing some different things with content wise, starting with my New Year's escapades that you guys will see. So, I'll be showing you the life, the inside of life of me as an analyst, not necessarily the life of a analyst, because all of our lives are different. But I'll be giving you guys an inside look during this off season, so that'll be pretty interesting. I'm gonna try and see if I can kick off vlogs like bi-weekly, but we're gonna see if we can kick it up, eventually as I get better at it with weekly. So that's gonna be pretty fucking interesting. New merch line coming, rumboyz.com. New writing staff coming, rumboyz.com. So make sure that you guys show love. We're gonna have a lot of like the old guys that have been writing for us, but then we're gonna have a lot of like new faces are gonna be joining as well. So a whole lot of new happening in 2022. Cheers to me, cheers to you. I'm fucking ready. How about you? Without further ado, this show is brought to you by, let me figure out which way my hands go. This show is brought to you by SportsMe and the SportsMe app. Link is in the description. If you want to debate myself or any of the personalities that are here on this panel, all of us have a SportsMe account. You can at any one of us about any of the bullshit that we say tonight. If you don't like it, well, then go right over there to the SportsMe app. Link is in the description. That's where you can hash it out with us, video to video. We can make some content. Who knows? You might see some SportsMe content utilized as Rumboyz content for YouTube Shorts, so you can be featured and on a Rumboyz content in the form of a YouTube Short by utilizing the SportsMe app. So get on over to the SportsMe app, make some sports content with us: basketball, football, fantasy sports, gambling, hockey, you fucking name it, NBA. I don't care. Get on over here and talk to us. Also, this show is brought to you by Monkey Knife Fight. Monkey Knife Fight. Make sure you guys get on over there to monkeyknifefight.com. Utilize our promo code, though, okay? If you're in a daily fantasy, if you're into player props and shit like that, then that's where you need to go. Right there is Monkey Knife Fight. And you need to utilize our promo code. Get my Vanna White on. All right, utilize our promo code Rumboyz. We're going to match you on your very first deposit all the way up to $100. That's right, $100. We're going to match you on your very first deposit. So get with it, or, you don't want to get lost. Without further ado, let's get into the cast and crew. Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year's to you. First up, he is the graphic designer of the Rumboyz Fantasy Network. You can also catch him with Triple Play, Real Deal, and many, many more, and much more to come heading into 2022. Give it up for the homie Z2.
What's good? What's good, everybody? Feeling great. Just graduated college.
You did. Bro, the Snapchat, you could have gone a little bit hard on the snap, but I get there's probably some festivities you couldn't show.
I got drunk a little bit too fast that weekend on multiple days in a row. I woke up drunk, actually, after graduation and just continued. So that's why nobody got the YouTube short that I owe everybody for the Rumboyz Fantasy Network of me shotgunning beers.
You got it. This weekend, it's a new year. 2022. We're starting off with you shotgunning beers. All right, I'm
going out. I'm going out drinking with some buddies tomorrow. I'll see if we can get it done.
Let's go. Have them toss you one, toss you two. Get it done, Stone Cold style, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, you guys know him because, well, fucking he's here literally every single day with me. Ladies and gentlemen, drop the mic.
What's up, boys? What's up, everybody? Congratulations on graduating, Toby. And since you don't have a cutoff on, here we go.
Yeah, I'm already getting roasted in the comments. So.
Bro, I saw you. I saw you like with trying to like keep your sleeves up backstage. Mike, it's okay. You're not gonna keep those up the whole show. Like,
hey, I got it.
We might have a wardrobe change at halftime if I keep getting.
I'm sure we will.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up here with the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, you can also catch them on the SportsMe app and also writing content with Fantasy Six Pack. Give it up for the homie Pangs Picks.
What's up, guys? Sorry for the minor mess. I'm moving. I finally got to a new apartment. It's bigger. It's nicer. Not as bright as fuck as my last one, so it's good shit. I know we talked about this, Robbie, but if Z2's not in his cutoffs, I'm not popping on the show.
Oh my god!
If he shows me one shoulder later, I'll be okay.
I don't have a shirt on under this, so I got
one shoulder. Just slip it out. That's
hey,
it.
Kinky. Oh my gosh! Can you zip your fucking sweater up?
I joke. Oh yeah, it's got to be back, man. I'm not currently writing at the moment because there's nothing to write about for me. I will be back in April, I think.
Exactly.
This basketball season starts.
Enjoy the time.
Oh, I'm gonna take a nap. It's gonna be nice.
Take a nap. You're like a bear in fucking hibernation until basketball rolls around. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Representing the BDGE crew, representing the Fade the Public cast. You guys know him as a viral sensation. It's your boy Snacks. Attack. You're muted.
He's muted.
Viral sensation, huh?
Yeah, I mean, viral in my eyes.
Well, Robbie, it's great to be here. I have respect for all you guys so much, except Mike. So it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure hanging out with you guys as always. Thank you for having me. It's a great time. Hopefully, 2022 is much better than the last 2 years combined. But let's rip, Mike. You suck.
We're already off to a great start.
I'll drink to that.
But certainly not least, representing La Familia FFB, it's mi hermano Jorge Martin.
God.
Feliz año nuevo, everybody. ¿Cómo estamos, everybody? Hello.
Bien.
Great to be on with
I had
the
no
Rumboyz.
idea
All
how he
my
spoke
familia.
Chinese.
All the familia.
What?
and also just another shout out to mi hermano Z2. Congrats on the graduation. I may put on a sleeveless t-shirt at the halftime too, just to honor you. So I worked out this morning. I lifted this morning, so I might be ready. So I'll have something to show.
Look,
Thank you for having me, Robbie. And
no worries.
Blessings to everybody.
Hell yeah, bendición, papi. Hey, really quick. A great rapper once said, a great street poet, nonetheless. First, pour straight shots and then pop bottles. Fuck with the hood rats and then fuck models. Okay, listen. Here's what we're gonna do. Everyone, pour a shot. Snacks. Who was it? I have a feeling you're gonna tell me.
I have no idea. I was going to ask you who that is.
Lil Wayne. Yo, moolah, baby.
Robbie, I listen to Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen. I'm not, come on.
You were in high school during that era. We're the same age. You know this.
That is true. I probably should have known that. But
yeah.
From if you grew up where I grew up, you'd probably understand why I didn't know.
I don't know.
Next, I'm with you on Billy Joel and Bruce Springsteen.
Attaboy, Jorge.
Go to the rich part of Cali, and you will hear these white kids bump some things. You're like, how do you even know who that is?
Exactly. So true.
Although I will say a little bit, he's phenomenal. It didn't quite process with me. Well, now that you said it, now I can hear the voice.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, now you can hear it. Yeah,
now I can hear it. Yes.
Now you hear 2004 like all over again.
Oh, please.
Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the Rumboyz and girls, what it do. Raise your glasses, dilly. Happy New Year's to all of you.
Oh, a shot.
Oh, that gentleman.
Mike, what are you drinking over there?
Jameson.
All right.
Sweet.
All right.
That felt really good.
All right.
And and
do this show?
Bullet and Coke.
You're a real sick fuck. You're a real sick fuck.
I'll bring out the bottle like I did last week.
No,
Wait for that.
I saw the bottle. I saw it. Mike, listen. Just because I come in here aggressively doesn't mean I don't love you. You're a great guy.
I know. I love you too.
All right.
So first off, y'all ready to talk some sports? Y'all ready to start the show off?
Let's go.
Sí, señor.
Awesome. Tonight, for y'all that are watching, it's going to be awesome because I'm sure there's going to be some moments that aren't just like purely football related with some of the topics. So we're going to get to walk down 2021 memory lane with you guys. But first, 2 years into this damn pandemic, okay? How has it changed the way that each of you fantasy football? Let's say like the way that you analyze waiver wire or draft strategies. Does it make you favor one format more or less than the other? Dynasty, redraft, DFS. Does it change the amount of leagues that you're going to play in? We start with you, Z2.
I mean, it didn't change a lot for me. I mean, COVID made me look at a lot of stuff more because I had a lot more free time because everybody did at the start of the pandemic. So, but I mean, waiver wire comes into play with COVID a lot because of, I mean, players get put on the COVID list. So you got all these players that kick up. I will say that DFS got less fun to play with COVID because it became a lot chalkier with all these COVID news. So there's a lot of chalk running around. So I didn't really enjoy playing DFS a lot. I mean, I still told people who to play, but I didn't play it as much as I did in the past.
Okay. Mike, how did it change the way that you fantasy football?
Honestly, I got a lot more into Dynasty because I had a lot more time on my hands and a lot more time to join more leagues. The year before COVID, I think my count was at 4 leagues, and Robbie, you know my count's in the 20s. So looking into the whole thing of more leagues, Dynasty, and like Z2 said, just looking at a lot more content, and that delved into meeting new friends like you, Robbie, and joining more leagues because of people on Twitter.
Pang.
Oh, man. So first thing, because of COVID, now I'm writing. Now I'm doing streaming stuff, doing all this stuff. I think a lot of guys have joined that boat too, guys and gals. So my way of fantasy has just changed just a whole lot. It's broadened my networking, learning from the best. And by I mean the best, I mean some of the dudes we have on the show in the past, right? Like Vanek, fucking Mike, fucking Snacks, Jorge, all these guys, E2, yourself, and others that, like, fuck, now I think about the game.
I'm okay at fantasy. I just get a championship.
But I think about it so much more different, even betting too, like than I have in the past, right? Like the DFS guys, especially, if you want to get your mind blown, just work with a DFS guy for like 60 minutes. Watch their videos.
The DFS community this year, it was like I had never consumed so much DFS content where I was like, oh my gosh.
It makes you feel absolutely stupid. You're like, I definitely didn't know what the hell I'm doing, right? And then I'm in this best ball group. These guys are like the greatest. We had between us like 25 finalists. If you guys know, there's only like 500 finalists in total against all the tournaments. We had 25 to 30 of us. Only there's like 20 of us or 10 of us, but 30 of the teams are us. Like, so, and I'm picking their team. We're learning shit. We helped each other get through it that I don't think I would have done without them, and vice versa. They always say, thanks to you, I drafted Melvin Gordon, which helped them make it to like the qualifiers. But in vice versa, I go like, hey, I drafted somebody else. So like, because of them, or I actually avoided that kind of stuff because of them. So that has changed everything. And I get to say, for the first year of my fucking life, I'm a finalist at best ball. The fucking tournaments. Not easy.
Yeah. Salud.
And it's more props to them than it is myself.
Did y'all see that subtle Melvin Gordon plug that he put in there?
Hey, he's RB20 right now, baby.
Bro, it's the last piece of content they were making of the year. I'm letting him have it.
But it's not just that. But like, I know one guy I met on Twitter. He was like, "Yo, Pang, go get Byron Pringle." He's Byron Pringle. He's like, "Go get him. Stop Chaffee Robinson. You're gonna be wrong." And I was like,
"You're gonna be wrong."
Dude, this guy is Cowboy RJ. He has no followers whatsoever. He plays a lot of big money shit.
I think I know Cowboy RJ. I think
he's super small, has no many followers. but that motherfucker is right on the money. Byron Pringle in this league, in this season, if you depend on how you scored, he probably had 5 serviceable games, and in the qualifier was one of the most at 22.5 points. Right? And he costed you a pick 18.
Yeah.
Round
I was
18.
about to say little to nothing. Yeah.
And people were on DeMarcus Robinson, people were on McCole Harbin, and he was like, no. But thanks to Twitter, thanks to the fucking community, thanks to everyone sharing, I had Byron Pringle on like 20% of my fucking teams, and it panned out.
Holy shit! Someone had something nice to say about social media.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but I'm not going to take credit for something I didn't come up with. They're fucking
bro.
easy.
See the shit that I deal with on social media, like,
I'm
happy that it paid off for you.
Man in the mirror, baby. Man in the mirror. Michael Jackson, dude. Just look at me. You gotta get props when you can. Great fucking song.
See, I know that song.
Yo, that song was so good. I used to sing that so many times.
Oh, what do you mean was? It still is.
It still is, yeah.
I saw him live twice.
Twice, jealous.
I don't think I was born yet.
Oh, you got Travis Scott before Travis Scott. People trampled. All right, that was a fucked up joke. Too soon.
Wow.
Too soon.
And then just one last thing, dude. Like, I looked at all the competitions between 4 tournaments. We had 550,000 teams to beat out. It's fucking ridiculous.
That's
wow.
550,000. So even if you maxed out with 600,
yeah.
Win.
So I a lot of points were taken. I think, am I crazy to think that, like, I know there was like games postponed. We had a couple games last year that had like wide receivers playing quarterback, but to me, literally, like, I remember the Denver Broncos. They were playing a wide receiver at quarterback against the New England Patriots. It's like insane. But like the last month and a half, the COVID has just destroyed this NFL. Like fantasy and everything.
COVID-19.
Absolutely insane. I don't think it affected me going into a redraft season.
Is it even the vid? Is it even the vid anymore, or is it the cron now? Is
it you know what?
It's the cron.
It might as well be the cron because everybody's got it, right?
Yeah.
You could look. My little giant bear. I'm telling you, he's probably going to give it to me tomorrow. So
fuck.
That's how many people have it. It's insane. I think it really affected. If I'm going to pick one thing that you guys haven't said yet, it affected my fab budget this year because I was always skeptical. I was always skeptical of going after a guy for who was a hot guy on the market, Elijah Mitchell, per se. Do I want to dump all my fab on him if he's going to get something and miss 2 games? It's like a very fine line. I wound up in almost all my redrafts with money still left to be spent.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me ever. So
well, hold on. You also have never worked as closely with me as much. I mean, I'm just saying, and that's my strategy. I save a lot of money in fab. I don't blow any fab.
Fair. That's fair. That's fine.
Just saying. Might be a coincidence.
So you were asking us each way how we decided.
I don't.
Okay. Yeah, bro. I've never been in one league with you, so why don't you man the fuck up and put me in a league next year? And then I'll destroy you every single week, whenever you want. We can go mano a mano. I don't give a fuck.
You got jokes. Okay. All right. Yes, I accept that challenge. Go ahead. Continue.
Good.
Please
Good.
continue.
No. Good.
Jorge's in a league with me, just so you know. But yeah.
Jorge's a good man. I respect him. I respect everybody. But
Mike is also in a league with me too, and I'm about to win that championship in that league.
I'm out.
Oh, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, actually, I would love to do a league with you guys next year, but it really, I truly don't think it changed way too much for my philosophy of drafting and everything like that. I will say in Dynasty, I tried to trade off some of my assets for more picks. That's what I tried to do because
that's the move right
I don't
now,
know what's going on. I didn't know what's going on. I was like 7-3, and like this team could win, but it could also get decimated with COVID. And I'm like, fuck it. Let me get some firsts, let me get some seconds, and then just keep adding and adding and adding. So on the surface, I wouldn't say it changed completely my strategy in redraft dynasty and fantasy football in total, but there were a couple little things that I thought were in the back of my head that I wanted to keep saying. So fuck Mike, and there you go.
Thank God, it always ends up being fuck Mike.
That means I like him. That means I like him.
Oh man, for me, I think for me the big thing was just constant vigilance on the waiver wire. I mean, it was just being on it all the time and just watching, who's going on. It was a little more nerve wracking. Just being able to
every week was blind bidding.
It really was. It really was. And there were guys, I can't tell you how many times I grabbed a guy on Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and he was on the COVID list by the weekend.
Yeah.
It probably happened to me at least a half dozen times this year. And, so it was just, and really just, I mean, the big thing that it reinforced to me is you got to get your guy and you got to be as deep as possible, especially at the skill positions. Wide receiver and running back, just get as many guys. The two leagues where I'm in the championship, out of my, I don't even know how many, I'm in the teens somewhere, and then a whole bunch of best ball. Those are the teams that were the deepest, and especially a lot of running back help. So that was the big thing, and that just reinforced what I've always been learned and told people is just get as many guys as possible. And you know what, I still haven't gotten really good at it. Is super flex is just change.
Wow, really?
The last few years, I love.
I hate single QB. I hate single
yeah.
QB. Give me
super flex is life changing.
Super flex, yeah. I almost won't. I mean, it's like I keep trying. I actually started a super flex league with my primos, where I had to commission and got I got my butt kicked because of injuries.
100%. You want to 100%. Like with me trying, like everyone knows there was a lot of leagues that I did here. Like I did some for the fans and like so on and so forth. 100% with me, like trying. You want to guarantee yourself a fucking win? Go single QB. Invite me to a league that's single QB and don't let me look at the rules and let me find out that shit later. Because here's the thing, I've gotten so used to 2 QB, because I play in leagues with a lot of. Once I started playing in leagues with a lot of analysts, what I learned is when you're in leagues with analysts, whether it is for charity, whether it's for high stakes, whether it's for bragging rights, whatever the case, analysts love to get skin on every piece of the game because they have to know every piece of the game already. So,
which I think is kind of a bad thing, to be honest.
Honestly, I love it. Because it elevates. It literally. There's not a question that can come across my live chat. Period. I can watch other YouTubers' shows, and I can say I know the answer to that question. I know that, and I can go through and I can be like, boom. I won't go in their live chat and answer their fans' questions because those are their fans. But I can sit back and I can boom. So like it's just and it just becomes a fucking thing. Like once you just kind of know, you just know. Like,
so I don't have a qualm with someone learning something else. It's the advice.
No.
And I think that was the problem that always killed it. And I think this year, and a little bit of bitterness on my end, but for like basketball especially, a lot of like the major talking heads were talking, all the stuff. I don't see any of them in the fucking finals. I'm playing like this. I didn't even see them in the semi. And it's really bad and misleading. Same thing for DFS. Like I'm not gonna sit there and go, I'm the king of DFS. I made $5 last week. That's going to get me a lot of that, a lot of bad regurgitation.
And that's going to get me into this point.
Yeah.
So one of the things that changed the way that I fantasy football was that this was the first year I kind of quote unquote, I hate, and everyone that watches this show, that's watched the show for a long time, hates that, like knows that I hate using this word. And like, I'm happy that you're here, Stacks, because like I've like watched your journey and shit. Like, this is the first year where I've kind of have had like a little sniff of clout, like a little something, to where it's like, holy shit, people are actually paying attention to what I say.
Right.
Okay, what I say actually, man. If you notice, like this is the first year on Twitter, I've been cautious. Usually, before I was reckless. I was like, you're gonna
all
start.
over. No, I know.
I didn't care. I was like, you're starting Steven Sims this week, and like back in like freaking 2019. Like I didn't give a fuck.
Right.
Like,
Do
Now-
this and do it blindly. Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Now, and I was lucky that like takes like that used to hit, and like that was like something like got me, you know, to where I'm at. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, like I get like queasy when I'm like, you want me to post a take on Twitter? You want me to tweet a fucking take? Oh gosh, like you're challenging me, like, you know. And I've also like been like dragged through the mud like so many times and like off of so much shit. Like you know what it's like, bro. You came up in these same Twitter streets. Like I'm happy that you're here for this.
Brutal.
So like the way that, bro, like
so
the way
bad.
that it changed the way that I fantasy football was that like one, like I overloaded the amount of leagues I was in because it was like, holy shit, like I'm getting these invites to play with these people.
Right.
Yeah, I
Like,
fucked myself on that. I got
it's like you're the poker player. That's the first time it's like you're letting me come to the big boy table. You realize like I can play.
You want me
Like-
to sit? You want to sit? Want me to sit at the main event table at the World Series of Poker? Like
Exactly, bro. It felt like that, and like constantly dealing with that, like waking up every day, dealing with that pressure, like
yeah.
Oh, that reminds me.
like, bro, like I tweeted the other day. Someone was like, it was St. Pat, who's also with our team. He was like, what was one of the things what was your biggest accomplishment of 2021? That you know you look back and you're like, you realize you did that. I was in so much of a fog when I did the NFL Network appearance for the mock draft with Marcus and them. Dude, I don't even remember. All I remember is I remember everything before. I don't remember being on set. I don't remember being on the panel. All I remember is throwing up before and then throwing up after.
You called
That's
me
it.
right after. You called
I
me
called
right
you.
after.
Yeah, and I was
Wow.
like, and I was like, I haven't eaten in 48 hours. Like I was like, I haven't eaten. Like I don't. Like I just hope I had a good draft. Looking back at that draft, I tanked. I fucking bombed it. But like just the fact of being on that stage, like just like it's like holy fuck, like that's a level of respect. Like being on Casey Kasem's show, being on fucking Pat Fitzmaurice, like I gotta reach out. I gotta reach out to a couple of people. You know, now the season's kind of done, and I gotta reach out to a couple people. Like, all right, like, what do you need me to do? Like, you know, so like it's like fucking insane. You know, how even when I was feeling burnt out, apparently the work was still going on and the work was still getting noticed. The grind was still getting noticed. So like the way it changed to like the way that I fantasy football is like you can't replace me. You can't get rid of me. You can't cancel me. You can't like it doesn't matter what the fuck you do. I've been through I've literally I can't even call it the mud anymore. I've walked through lava. So like whatever 2022 has to bring, I'm ready for it. Now that I know what it feels like, I know how to deal with it and manage it. Now that I know that like I kind of don't give a fuck about it. That's not to say I'm not grateful for anyone that follows me that's of the upper echelon or whatever. I'm not saying that because that's ungrateful as fuck, and I'm not an ungrateful prick. But what I can say is now that I know how to deal with it, and I know how to handle it, and I took some time to embrace it, and I went through a lot of lows in my personal life while I was doing a lot of highs in my career life. 2022, listen, the Rumboyz got a lot of 50 Cent vibes. How 50 was the first to do a lot of things, you know, with the vitamin water deals and things like that. The Rumboyz are about to be the first to trick off and do some crazy shit. And we're about to do it without many subscribers, without many followers. We're about to just do it off of pure ambition and grind and hustle. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna be about it. We're just gonna make content. We're gonna make content around all of our fails, around all of our wins. Because we've never given a fuck over the 5 years that we've been on air, so why give a fuck now?
Hey, fucking man.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
And that and there we go. Like that's how we set off
Amen.
fucking topic number one. Yo, we got the
Fuck
homie.
it, baby.
Yo, we got the homie
Amen.
Slap. He's been here since day one, so he's already like, oh shit. Like he already knows. He's like, there's gonna be something. He's like, there's gonna be something. I don't know what it is. It's gonna be something.
Well, why don't you come out to New Jersey soon?
Maybe that's a piece of content that's in a whole
That's what I'm
vlog and
thinking.
shit.
That's what I'm thinking. In the summer, we'll do a whole nice,
Yeah.
Aurora. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's
I'm
one of the
thinking.
things that we're going to talk about off air. What is the best piece of advice for those heading into Fantasy Championship weekend this weekend? They are here for our advice. They are here for our expertise. We've told them who to start all year. At this point, it's just roll out your gut intuition. Jorge, set it off.
Weather. Check
Ooh.
the weather.
Woo!
Now I went down a wormhole.
All right, in topic, you got the best one.
Yep.
Yeah, I went down a dark hole for there a little bit. I was looking because of that Green Bay Minnesota game. I was looking at the last time that Minnesota went to this kind of weather, and it was before the Kirk Cousins era. It seemed like they were always playing Green Bay or Chicago earlier in the year. They haven't gone this way. So I'm sitting the hell out of every. I got a bet with a buddy of mine on Kirk Cousins versus Mac Jones, and I'm hoping that this week kind of evens up Kirk Cousins with after Mac Jones having that Buffalo game. But yeah, check the weather because there's especially those games in the Midwest, the game in Green Bay, the game in Chicago. Though there's going to be some extreme cold. It's going to limit the passing game. Buffalo. Well, yeah, but you know what? I mean. Josh Allen says, "Who cares about that?" But but
that's
Atlanta.
I'm saying it, especially for my betting personalities out there. Okay, I fucked up and I phrased this as a fantasy question only. Now that you said what you said, for all of my betting and my handicappers out there, anyone tuning in, I need you to take Jorge's advice, and I really need you to hone it on the weather. Please,
especially the dome teams going to extreme weather. So Robbie, you talked about Atlanta. I talked about Minnesota. Those dome teams, the good weather teams. The Miami's going to Tennessee. It's going to be about freezing temperatures there. And Tua's from Hawaii, so he's not used to that. So just look at
if you're going back to what I was mentioning about Buffalo, your Stephon Diggs shares. Approach with caution. You still start them, but just know that someone else on your roster needs to have a good weather game or something to where they can elevate and they can maybe get you that extra that little tip over. So just thank you for bringing up the weather. Thank you, mi hermano. Dale, papi. Dale.
Listen,
snacks.
No hair is usually the smartest. And I mean that with all due respect, Corey. I listen. Bald is beautiful. Trust me.
Yes.
I've been there. Bald is beautiful. Look at you, amazing. And it's funny you make me transition a little bit what I was going to say because the obvious answer is like, okay, start your studs. Yeah, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you're still like a Stephon Diggs who's been kind of hit or miss this year, and he's playing in a shit weather situation, and you have another guy like off the top of my head, I don't want to say somebody. That is in a better matchup and situation, you may want to think about going with upside as opposed to his name's Stephon Diggs. I'm just going to trust him to do something. Whereas the guy like a Brandon Cooks
it's a Julio Jones, Steven Sims situation back in 2019. It's the exact sample I brought up.
Yes, correct, exactly. And I'm just giving examples because I'm not exactly sure, and this is bad on me. Who the Texans are playing this week? But Brandon Cooks is coming back, and he's been very reliant this season as the Texans' number one wide receiver.
Mills, yeah, as long as
with
at
49ers.
They're at the 49ers.
Okay, so you're probably expecting warm weather as long as it's not raining. They're going to probably be playing. They're playing from behind. Now, if you have those two guys, do you go with Stephon Diggs, who's been very volatile this year, who's given you some big games and who's given you some duds in bad weather where Josh Allen just may take over and the Bills running game seems to have clicked a little bit where they just run it all night. He look at last week. They ran the ball against the Patriots, no less. The Patriots. So
shoved it down their
I think you really have to start your studs always, crowd. I think you have to revisit that. If you have a guy like Jorge just said, now you take everything into account, taking into account upside, weather, and just the floor of somebody. To me, I have a few situations right now. I don't want to say it over the interweb because somebody
you know that someone's watching you. Don't do that.
That's what I know. I don't want to say what I'm thinking. I don't. I'm sorry. But you're right, Jorge. I was gonna say something along the lines of with the weather, but you have to take in consideration everything. And
Fuck,
I
you
don't know.
just made me realize I can't talk about my lineup on air.
Right. I told you. Start your studs with caution. Like Corey said, look at the weather. If there's an upside matchup on your bench that you could put in over a stud, unless his name is like a Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Jonathan Taylor, then you really have to just think. And if you need help, ask. Everybody's Twitter's on here. Ask.
I've never seen you be so careful about what advice you give. Like I noticed you tipped around that, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like I may have to do that with mine. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
no. Right, I'm in some big championships this week.
I'm in too.
Big,
yeah,
big. And I don't want to get thrown out because I'm not gonna say fucking shit.
Yeah, no. Like I know for a fact. Like, yeah, no. We're not even gonna visit that road. Hey, what do you got, bro?
No, but okay, so everybody's always gonna say start your studs with caution. If you have an option on the bench or even in a flex spot,
if there's a trend or something that you know that's gonna hit,
fine. Just visit it. Just visit it.
Segment got juicy too quick.
All I'm saying. Just
I don't want to know anything. I don't want to know nothing. I don't want to know shit. All right, Payne, go.
So I'm gonna go back a little on Snacks. If you're in PPR, I think you can start Diggs. He's only had 2 games under 10 points all season.
Okay, I was given that as an example. You're right. Yeah.
Oh no, it's a fair example because it is a little volatile. If you're in standard, he kind of just falls off because he's not been 9 touchdowns. Somewhere doubles. It's kind of rough. But I do agree with the start your studs. I actually had an argument with some guy, and I ended up blocking him because he got really toxic about it. But he was like, AJ Brown's a stud, and I'm like, half his games were good. Half. And 2 of his games he got injured out right in the beginning. And you go, well, you can't predict injury. Well, this guy had knee surgeries, came into the season injured, took 2 injuries in your other game. Like he gave you really bad. And not to say he's not a stud because I love him. I drafted him in the 2nd or 3rd round. I'm not gonna say I didn't. But yeah, you have to pay attention, especially this season of all seasons. How many guys do we have in our starting lineups that make no sense? I got Jeff Wilson Jr. I have a league
I'm
where
starting Marquez Valdez-Scantling this week in a championship.
I'm about to drop Lamar Jackson to pick up
what up,
Mac
Jamar
Jones
James?
against Jacksonville. Like I feel terrible right now, right? So start your studs crowd. Like I get it, man. We want to get Cooper Kupp. You could start him if there was only one receiver on the team. He's still going to get points, right? It's just going to happen. But there isn't bulletproof, guys. There hasn't been. I would say outside the top 5 of each position, even some of them have been duds. Joe Mixon and Najee Harris screwed everybody in the quarterfinals, didn't they? They put up a total of 9.5 points.
Yeah.
Together. Come on, right? So you got to pay attention to what you're doing. You got to pay attention to who they're, and you got to know the game better than we want to say just start your studs. It's lazy.
Everything ain't peachy.
Yeah, it's definitely lazy, but weather is huge. I have watched stars fall across. I've won off the backs of stupid ass players, and I always bring it up. Matt Asiata won me a championship. You know who the hell you're playing against. So that's the only advice I can give. And I think that Snacks and Jorge got it. It's just weather. Don't be afraid to be a little different. Obviously, if you have Cooper Kupp, you don't bench him for anybody. I don't give a shit if Calvin Johnson come back tomorrow. Don't do it. But and it's okay to deviate to an extent, and also pay attention to your kickers and defenses. It's not a joke. Pay attention to waivers. That's bigger than you think. I've been winning off the back of Miami and and Kansas City. We joked about Kansas City, but they've been a double-digit pointer the last 6 weeks. I had their asses after the Melvin Ingram trade, and they did well 2 games straight. I snatched them up. I'm using them nearly every week. So don't get lazy. Pick up the kickers, pick up the defense. Ask Linda; she'll help you out. Lindelli, and she'll show you where to go. And you can win. You win by less than a point every fucking week. So take that shit seriously.
Yo, really quick. Since one platform is going to censor people, I'm going to use our platform to open it the fuck up. Right now, there is a fire happening in Boulder. Here in Colorado, we do have people that are in the fantasy community that are out in that area. I have checked on Dave. I have checked on Nate and Jen. Nate and Jen are a little bit closer to it. Dave's a little bit further away from it. I'm further away from it, but it's just smoky where I'm at. First off, fuck you, TikTok, for taking down the videos about the fire. People need to be made aware so that people know their friends, family are safe. I don't know why you would censor that. I don't know why you would take that the fuck down. But yeah, if you know friends or family in Boulder, Colorado, reach out to them. Let them know, like, I'm right now. I have a whole like text thread on my phone, like a whole network where we're just trying to find people like places to stay or whatever. But yeah, like there's news that's going on social media right now that's like I don't know why they would take that the fuck down. But yeah, if you guys have family in Boulder, Colorado, reach out, make sure that they're safe. Okay. We'll keep it moving. Go ahead, Mike.
Jorge stole mine, but another one that I want to bring up, and we've talked about this, Robbie, is even though if you have studs that are projected for a lot of points, if they're in divisional matchups this late in the season, be careful because the over and unders on divisional matchups after week 11 usually hit on the under. And there's some that there is 5 divisional matchups this week, and all of them are under 40 or 45 or under this week. So in those matchups, you're probably not gonna get a huge score from someone in where you might in other matchups.
Mike, where do we learn this trend?
Mr. Emmerich.
Yep, the homie that's with the Dr. Roto crew, the homie that's been here on Rumboyz After Dark.
Always learning, man. Everyone has great information. It's wild.
And me and Robbie have tracked it for like the last 3 weeks since we found this out. And
no, we were tracking it before.
We were tracking it before,
but we were like, is this happening? Is this happening? And then Emmerich was like, here's the spreadsheet, and we're like, oh fuck.
I think one of the weeks it missed, but other than that, it's been nearly spot on.
Yeah, it's been pretty much spot on. Divisional matchups, you play the under.
Last week, the overs were wild though. That shit was fucking wild. All the division games went off. It was a lot of sodomy going on football.
For championship week,
56 to like 4. 3
points. But for fantasy championship week to have 5 division games, it's something to check out.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Z2.
I would just say don't get cute. Don't chase opportunity from bad offenses.
Get cute.
Like Ogunbowale was a hot target, but he faces the Patriots defense who, give up some on the ground, but I don't see this Jacksonville offense going anywhere. Atlanta going to Buffalo. I wouldn't chase most of their guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't chase Gage either.
People are chasing Berrios with the Jets because he's getting a good target share against the Bucks. Still wouldn't chase that.
That guy is fantasy relevant again, and it blows my mind. I'm always joking about it.
I'm gonna make Robbie mad for a little bit, but I wouldn't chase any of the football team going into championship week. Because the Eagles.
You're not making me mad. We're here to win people money.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot on the Tripwire pod that I do every Monday of holding Miami's and the Eagles defense through their late bye weeks, and it's turned out pretty well because they force turnovers and they have a good playoff schedule. I mean, Miami.
But this is a year that also the chalk is hitting, like you mentioned.
I wouldn't even say the turnovers. It's the fucking touchdowns they randomly pull out of their asses. It makes no sense. It's like Nick Needham. Are you fucking serious? Last year was like Van Ginkel. Like, who fucking knows these guys? Is it a Dolphins fan? Like, it's really realistic, right?
Van Ginkel leads the NFL in QB hits this season.
And then when you had Jakeem Grant, like, why the fuck is he getting touchdowns on punt? It's always every year it's somebody random. The Eagles were a good one for that too.
Yeah, I think a lot of the championship rosters are going to either have the Eagles, Miami, or the Bears defense this week.
I think the Chiefs defense is another one that's going to be there.
What was the last defense?
Sorry, Snacks. It's Mike Glennon and Jake Fromm ain't going to get it.
Listen, honestly, they probably put a
long neck.
They probably put a 40.
Yeah, Robert Quinn with 17 sacks. I don't think Andrew Thomas or whoever else right tackle.
What I'll say is my best piece of advice for you. first off, there's a whole lot of fading the whole starter studs thing. I won't say fading because I feel like that's a super strong word. That vocabulary in our industry can easily get twisted. Matthew Berry, I hope you still enjoyed this show. Happy birthday to you. I know that you're big on the whole starter studs things, but
It works for more than half your teams. Yeah.
it works for more than half. If you're in single QB, if you got the limited roster spots, do it. If you are in those deep leagues, if you have a wide receiver 3 spot and you need that 3, and you're looking at your bench, and you're like, oh shit, I got Tyler Boyd sitting right here. I'm letting you know right now, all of your Bengals receivers are going to up. Mike, I don't give a fuck if you want to zoom in your camera.
I don't know.
That's
I don't
a Herm's
actually agree
trick.
with that. I have Joe Mixon in the finals, and I'm fucking scared against that KC defense. Has been a dick, man.
If you
Don't
want
be.
to
Don't be.
win,
They're ready. They're ready to implode.
Win, the Bengals are for Rizzle, my nizzle for shizzle. Okay, you are fucking playing all of your Bengals this week. I'm giving you advice for your championship week. I ain't gonna reveal my whole hand. All right. What I will say is, I got 2 dynasty championships that I'm walking down. One of them I'm taking back to back. We're out here on this channel clapping motherfucking cheeks for a reason.
Is there a scenario
For
where
a
you think?
reason. What's up?
Is there a scenario where you think the receivers do good, but Joe Burrow does terribly?
No. Joe Burrow is thorough. Joe Burrow is thorough. You ever been
I was the highest on Burrow coming into the season, and he's had a bad streak.
You ever been horse betting? Pete is so gonna flag this episode. You ever been horse betting?
Wait, hold on. Joe Burrow's had a bad streak. 5-25-4.
Oh, that was. Oh, he did that every game.
Name
I
it.
never
He did that every game.
He gonna be fine. Hey, listen. Joe Burrow is about to go up there and keep it thorough. That man is about to be sea biscuit on that motherfucker, bro. Just truck it.
So
Pass
before
rush is the
this
only one I'm
week,
worried
this is
about.
how many touchdowns has Joe Burrow thrown more than one? Since Cleveland, November 7th till now, he's done it twice.
Why are you doing this? Yeah,
I'm just telling you, I'm the one that I was all fucking Burrow like crazy, but you know how fucking jackassery I feel sometimes when I go, hey, you should start him, and he
Burrow's
puts up
gonna go hard.
157 yards
Burrow's
on one
gonna go
touchdown.
hard.
I don't
Burrow's
feel great.
Gonna go hard.
I like
Burrow's
that.
gonna go hard, and Burrow's gonna go hard because in one of the dynasties and I'm about to win a championship in, I have Aaron Rodgers as QB1. I need to make a fucking excuse.
Oh,
That's why I'm gonna
forgot
give up
Las Vegas was
Aaron Rodgers
a
and
number
a
one
fucking
defense.
first round pick to get Joe Burrow for someone's lineup. That's never gonna make a championship. Oh, look at that! Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. The redhead wonder just appeared. Look at that. Look at it. Look.
Red Rifle's here. Andy Dalton.
Shut the fuck up.
I love Andy Dalton.
The Giants could use him.
Oh my God, Mike. That's so funny. That's so funny.
I love you, Snacks.
You know, you're lucky I love you too. Because I got to tell you. You call me the Red Rifle Andy Dalton, you should see my brother who looks just like him. I swear to God.
Why is that?
Literally
Why is it bad to
We've
get Andy
seen
Dalton?
vlogs.
I would trade spots for Andy Dalton. Motherfucker has millions of dollars.
Millions
I
of
would
dollars,
be the
yeah.
gingerest ginger in history to have $1 million. I don't give a fuck.
Hold on.
Hold on. Am I the only fantasy YouTuber in the history of YouTubers that appreciates Snacks' red hair? Like, am I the only one? Like,
I think you're the only one, Robbie.
is it
It
because
means a lot to me too.
I love it.
It's a very serious condition, okay? It's not like, like it's not like an STD. You can get rid of it after a while. It's here to stay.
just rub this lotion on and oh god.
Yeah.
So. Hey, it's the same way I feel about being black. All right, I'm done. All right.
Oh my
Okay.
God, you guys are the worst.
Okay. All righty, and we're back.
Oh, man. The hat's staying on. Oh my god! I tell you what, I'm with my brother right now, but he's very sick. And if he wasn't sick, I would literally show you his face. He looks just like Andy Dalton.
Did he get the cron?
Actually, just look at my Twitter picture. Look to the right. He looks just like him.
Yo, dude, yo, really quick. Speaking of like the beta shit, like how did you and Nick like stay away from each other? Like he had it.
All right, so hold on, Robbie. I'm getting like an echo and everything.
I'm hearing an echo too.
All right, can I refresh?
Oh, it's paying.
Okay.
Actually, it's not me, but I'm gonna mute so you guys don't blame it's me.
Well, it worked after you muted it.
How did that work? I didn't even say anything.
Well, then shut the fuck up and mute it.
If you're echoing, it's on yourself.
I'm kidding. How we stayed set? Yeah, not easy, man. Not easy. Went in and out. He came to us. We went there, Jersey, New York. It's a couple trains and whatnot, but it was difficult, and we're still trying to like balance what we want to do, especially with everything like running rampant now. But yeah, crazy times. Not fun.
You said train, and it just made me miss everything about the East Coast.
Well, come live here for
how
like
the
a year.
fuck did you just get blocked by Louis Riddick?
Yeah, how'd that happen?
So, maybe it is my echo. Maybe it is. It can't be.
I don't hear it on anybody else's end. I don't think.
It's just me, right?
Yeah, I think it's you.
All right, hold on. Stay right there. So I want to tell a story.
I do have a
wonder how
question.
the fuck he got blocked by Louis Riddick.
I'm hearing echo and Robbie.
Is it me? Hang on.
Penis.
Do we have an echo?
I don't have one.
I have an echo.
I'm not hearing one.
Z2 has an echo. Z2, mute yourself.
Let's see.
Penis.
Anybody else hearing an echo?
Corey, you have an echo.
Jeez. Wait.
All right.
I think it's just you guys because I don't hear them echoing on my side.
Did StreamYard break?
I don't think so. I don't hear an echo now. So
You don't hear it now? Hang on.
I heard one with you,
come back.
Snacks. I heard one with you, but I'm hearing everyone now except Peng.
I'm not talking.
we'll keep it that way.
You keep talking like that, I'll send you back to the Bears.
Oh!
All right, testing.
All right,
Wait, I feel good now. All right.
I feel good now too. So Louis Riddick. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So PFF put out a tweet yesterday. Andrew Thomas, the Giants left tackle, the 4th overall pick last year, was like rated. He let up 1 sack in his last. I think it was 476 dropbacks, which is really good, really good. And people that don't watch the Giants probably don't realize that after. I know it sounds stupid, but after the first 8 games last year, the second half of the season, Andrew Thomas was a stud, like really, really, really good. And Louis Riddick before the season was on Get Up with Mike Greenberg on ESPN, and he went and he said the Giants had their pick of an offensive tackle, and they took Andrew Thomas, who is by far the worst tackle in the class.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying that. I was watching him saying that. Like, okay, well, you clearly didn't watch the games because he was absolutely dominant the last 8 games of the year. So when PFF put out that Andrew Thomas has only let up 1 sack and 476 dropbacks, I was like, you know what? Let's bring up this video of you stupid fuck, Louis Riddick. And I put the video in it under. I quote tweeted it, put the video in it, and I said, "You best not be the general manager of the Giants next year." And then I said, because I'm a nice guy, with all due respect. And it got a lot of traction, got a lot of love and everything. And I wake up and I'm blocked.
Wow.
So if you can't
this is
handle,
real time.
this is real. This is
Wait,
Jorge,
wait.
this is real time.
Do you think that you got blocked because you guys have 64K subs?
That's a good question. No, I think he's just a pussy. Excuse my language. Sorry.
No, I mean, no, but it's a good question to
God
ask.
damn.
If he doesn't know who your brand is, do you get blocked?
I think I do, because the only reason why, because it wasn't so much associated with that as opposed to everybody that commented on it was like tagging him, like, all right, you're a weak, blah, 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 blah. So I'm sure he saw the original. He
It's
saw
probably
the
it was the
original
traction.
tweet. It was, yeah, he saw the original one. And buddy, if you want to be a general manager and you want to be on Twitter, you're gonna get shit on from all the fan base, no matter what, no matter how good you do, no matter anything. The first loss, you're gonna get shit on. So the fact that you're gonna block me, you're gonna block everybody that tweeted after that video. You think if you're gonna do that on Twitter, you think you can handle the New York media? Good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck. It's a blessing in
Yeah.
disguise. If that man's my general manager, I swear to God, then you guys never see me again, ever. Quote it, clip it. You'll never see me again. Never. I don't want to tell you what's gonna happen, but you'll never see me.
Oh my God! Fuck. When you eat it, Mike, I had turkey soup. Sounds poor, huh? Oh fuck.
Chicken pot pie.
Turkey
Oh my
soup.
gosh. With that, we're gonna get into halftime. We're gonna give everyone a quick break. Okay.
Oh.
We're gonna let everyone stretch their legs. There's some important questions coming up on the second half of the show. We're gonna talk about commissioner fees. We have best and worst sports memories, period. Not just football, period, of the year 2021, and much, much more. Ladies and gentlemen, stay locked. You already know that it's hot. It's the Rumboyz Fantasy Network, believe it or not. We're going to take it to the DMV. 2 up, 2 down. It's the homie Blake G can do.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a monkey knife fight.
And one day they met one team partners in the NFLPA.
It's a match made in the pits of a monkey knife fight.
And everyone lived happily ever after.
Are you listening? This is big.
What is a monkey knife fight?
You know, it's thing monkeys, knives, you get it. Fantasy sports is monkey knife fight. And monkey knife fight is fantasy sports.
Monkey Knife Fight is daily fantasy.
Monkey Knife Fight in the house.
I am Monkey Knife Fight. You are Monkey Knife Fight. We are all Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey knife fight.
You have the NFLPA behind the company.
It's exciting for me to be a part of fantasy sports.
When I think of fantasy sports, I think of beating all my buddies year in and year out and being able to brag about it.
We're not just partners in it.
We're owners.
And it feels awesome to be an owner.
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
We've been saving you a seat at the table, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the one team and NFLPA family.
Monkey knife fight. Welcome to the family, Monkey Knife Fight.
Welcome to the game, Monkey Knife Fight.
Monkey Knife Fight!
I challenge you to a monkey knife fight.
Monkey knife fight! Monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife fight, monkey knife.
What up? Dilly motherfucking Dilly.
Oh, yeah, Z2.
This motherfucker.
I told y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, Z2, remind me never to look in the mirror again.
Maddie, I hope you're still on. So
Pure sexiness.
Hey, the Thick Six shirts are coming. Shirts
Oh,
are
yes.
coming. 32-bit merch shop.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a thing. Dad bod, it's gonna be a thing. You know. Hold up. Who's backstage? Oh shit. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
Who do we have?
In his terms. It's your boy. Herm.
Whoa, this is really so trippy.
What's up?
It's like making wave effects. That's pretty fun.
The greatest voice on fantasy Twitter.
What's
Yes.
up, motherfuckers? It's
Okay.
time.
There we go. It's like Hulk Hogan mixed with Randy Savage. It's unbelievable.
Thick Lives Matter.
What's up, Herms? How you doing, buddy?
Feeling pretty good. I'm in my parents' basement. What's up? Hey.
Heavy Pete Davidson vibes. Did you move that art higher on the left side? Is that different art? Or that's the same art?
No, it's a picture of Jerry Orbach dressed as Detective Lenny Briscoe from Law and Order. So it's. Although, hold on. If I do wait a minute. Is that my ring lights are not plugged in because there's a power strip and I'm too lazy. But
You don't have to. No.
although hidden by my microphone is an autographed picture I have of Keenan and Kel, so that's pretty cool. But
Now that's fucking fire. Now
That is fucking awesome. I need one of those.
That I would say, yeah, plug up the ring lights while we have some time in between someone's take. While we start off with this comes from a Facebook group. Okay.
aha.
Many
Keenan and
man-
Kel. There it is. Yeah. That's
Many-
the best I'm gonna do. I'm
Good
lazy.
Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order?
Many
dude. He's
have
a dude.
probably
He's a dude. Sorry.
All
No, you're
foods.
good, you're good. Many have probably seen this Facebook post, be it that a lot of people that promote their work on Facebook are in this group. Like if you're in fantasy, you're probably in this group, right? Should commissioners be allowed to take a cut of league dues as a commissioner fee? Herms, you came in. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the wrong boys and girls want to do. Dilly motherfucker dilly. Then we go to snacks and then so on and so forth. So forth. Fuck that.
I don't think it's necessarily like the worst idea in the world. It's just one of those things where it's like I feel like when you start a league, you know what I mean? Like you just have to, with the understanding, like if you're gonna be doing like some heavy lifting, complicated shit, and it's just like, all right, so like we got a ton of rules or whatever. Like I'm gonna have to keep track of a lot, you know, like to make this league super fun, whatever. If you don't mind, I'm gonna take maybe like 10% off this. Like Sure. You know what I mean? Like being a commissioner is not an easy thing to do.
Fuck no, it's not.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, no, I don't think it's that fucked. But if somebody's gonna be like, hey yo, give me half the pot just for running this, then like no, like that, no. But like, yeah, just like a little fee for being like, I have to put up with all your petty bullshit. Like, yeah, I mean, I would I get it, you know, like shit. I mean, I commissioned a couple leagues where, you know, it's sometimes people just be like, hey, yo, man, we really shouldn't do this daily rolling waivers. And then, like, halfway through this year, it was like, okay, we got to do something about these because, I mean, we can't have the pool open all the time. And it's like, well, we already changed it like once or twice. So what do you guys want me to do? And so it's just, you know, like, I don't know. I should start taking 10%. Fuck, you know what? No. Fuck giving commission. Give Herms 10% of all your league wings. That's what you should do. Give it to me so that way I can screw in new light bulbs. You know, it's just I got to screw in some new light bulbs here to give myself more light. You know, it's just I'm broke. Okay, so like what you should do anytime if you win a championship this weekend, Venmo me 10% of your winnings, so that way I can stop sitting in the dark.
I get it. Okay, I like that one. Snacks. I dig that one. I was gonna use a similar joke.
Yeah,
the National Black Bank of Robbie.
I think commissioner fees. No, get the fuck out of here. No. Well, it also depends. If you're running a league with like 11 strangers and you're setting everything up, collecting dues and everything like that, fine. I get it. But a lot of leagues I'm in, like home leagues and guys I know, if they even dared to bring up the fact that they're going to take 5% of the cut, I'd slit their goddamn throat. So I'm sorry. I don't want to get too aggressive, but no.
Can I ask a
absolutely
serious
not.
question? Can I ask a serious question? So, on fantasy YouTube, you guys have the most high stakes known to date. If I've made blow that number out of the water, it's going to happen. I'm sorry. You guys have the most high stakes fantasy football league, period, to date. There is no league that can do what you guys do. You guys have contestants fly out, and is there a commissioner's fee for such a prestigious honor to compete?
Nope. And there is none, and that's why maybe I'm biased in that point.
No, can I ask a question? No.
Oh, you didn't ask the question. You asked one question.
I asked one. Hold on.
You only said you had one.
I did, but no, I'm gonna clear up. All right, because
I'm kidding. I'm all ears.
You know, the YouTube community is gonna be like, oh, well, it's fake, or it's for film, or y'all do y'all do the Airbnb, y'all do the weekend out, y'all fucking. Am I correct that none of this is fabricated? None of this is done for film. This is straight up. The guys buy in. The sharps, they're sharps, and they buy in. And then whatever content is purely organic from that.
Literally everything that you see on camera is 100,010% authentic and organic. There's no commissioner fee, nothing. These guys want to be a part of it. They fly themselves out. They do all these different things. And they want to spend the weekend in the city, and they want to draft us. So it's a very cool thing, absolutely, and that's kind of maybe where my bias comes from. Like I don't. I know that you're not coming from bias because I know but I'm saying like looking at it that way. If you're not going to charge a fee on something like that, I don't think anything should be charged a fee, if that makes sense. So. Commissioning is hard, especially when you're in leagues that are wild settings and deep leagues like 14 leagues. I get it. You're with people you don't know and you're doing it over the internet and whatnot. But I
bring this up because it's the first time that the Rumboyz have given out I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is the first time like the Rumboyz, like the Rumboyz, like as a YouTube channel, like as a company, as a brand. I haven't got to the point where like we're gonna be able to fly people out or whatever the fuck, like we haven't got to that point.
You don't have to fly anybody out.
Yeah, I know. But like to be like, yo, we're dumping like, almost $1,000 out back to the fans and just fantasy football like dues. Like that's crazy. Like, and people will be like, "Oh well, SportsMe paid for it," or Monkey Knife Fight. You know, I'm just talking from my shoes. You know,
Right.
like so that's crazy to like look at you guys' game plan and you guys' format, and it'd be like, motherfucker, we flew people out. Like people flew out. Like we did this. Like, you know, so like that's just mind blowing. So that's why I wanted to point out that it's like YouTube does not pay us a whole fucking lot. Like a lot of this comes out of our own pockets. So like anyone that's like
most of it.
Yeah, most of it. So like anyone that's like, oh well, you're a YouTuber, so like that's why it's happening. It's like I'm sorry to tell you that that's the furthest thing from any of it.
Yeah, like that perception that people get is so off, and that's what it's very frustrating. Just like obviously you know, all you guys know, like from that side of the end of things, no, it's
Bro, I've already been challenged. It's like, are you really? I'm like, yo, we're really doing this. Like
yeah.
Like, beginning of the season, like we're really doing this. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm giving out
it's not some fugazi shit, man. It's like,
yeah,
you know, yeah. I got you. Now, can I say one thing? I'm really sorry. I was gonna type in the chat, but I said before I gotta run for like 20 minutes. I don't know if I miss anything. I'm sorry. I want to come back in because you guys know how much I love you, especially Herms being here. If I miss that voice too much, I'm gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't heard that voice in forever. So, but I do have to run. I told somebody I'd go on for a little bit. It's like a Giants thing. Yeah, Mike, shut the fuck up.
Do you think?
It's like that.
I don't even say anything and I get in trouble. Jesus Christ.
I had
you were thinking it though.
I had it scheduled. I had it scheduled for a week, and then when Robbie told me he's like, "Let's do Thursday," I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I'll be around all night." Blah blah blah. And then I'm like, "Ah, fuck." Me and this stupid fucking redheaded brain just keeps forgetting the two things coexist. But if you guys are still on, I will be here shortly. If not, I love you all. And Robbie, if I'm not back, I will be on after to talk to you.
Me, yeah.
Yep.
Already, bro.
All right. I love you guys.
Salute. Happy New Year.
Real quick. Giants plus the points and money line. They're going to beat the Bears.
I take that. I'll take that.
That's all I got to say. All right. See you guys. I love you.
Jorge. Go ahead.
I think honestly it comes. I have a very baseball league that used to be really, really high maintenance, and we let the commissioner play for free. So
that's a commissioner fee. That's a commissioner fee, basically.
Yeah. So we let, but you know what? I commission for 2 leagues, and one of them is a 14-teamer. That's kind of high maintenance at the beginning of the season, but then it's pretty, you know, it's pretty chill. So
Pang's face. Damn. Pang.
My stubby wife. I'm just like, oh god, what's she doing?
No, you good, Pang? Pang's like, oh, I can't wait to get off this show.
Oh no. Once you're married, no, it's fine.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I honestly think that you know, commissioner, because really, I mean, after the first week, it's pretty, you know, everything's just kind of like smooth sailing. But
fuck that, I'm starting everyone.
Oh, by the way, Z2, I don't know if you saw, there was a comment in the chat from our amiga Maddie. She said she's here for the
guns.
That
was Autumn.
Oh.
No, I think Maddie. Yeah, Maddie chimed in.
Maddie's higher up in the chat.
Yep.
There you go. And yes, he outkicked his cover. He can't hang out.
Oh, Maddie.
Thanks.
She's on fire. She's on fire.
Yeah. That's facts. That one's true. I'll kick my covers on that one.
Okay. Is it Payne's turn now? How do you feel about commissioner fees?
This is going to be a roundabout. So I think commissioners could get a cut. It's just as long as it's pre-established. But there is a thing I want to get at is like, no fucking league is like, I would say, like sovereign, right? Like there's always some guy that's like trying to split his winnings to somebody else, and someone gives him advice. There's always somebody.
Oh my god!
There's always a guy, and I know
I would kick their ass out.
Huh? Yeah, I'm
their
usually the
ass
fucking
out.
guy that everyone's like, hey, dude, if you help me out, I'll fucking split. So, like, I actually run a lot of side teams where I co-commission others and shit, or co-manage. And so I've got to like, fuck, if like 10%, as like Herm said, the slide to the commissioner to like put this shit together to collect dues to do that kind of shit, because a lot of people dodge that kind of work. I know there's plenty of leagues that fall apart. I'm all for it because there's some asshole in your fucking league who's going to try to sell half his team to somebody else to like get him to win. And I know because like, once again, I've collected plenty of fucking championship fees from everybody else.
Yeah.
So I don't fucking really care. As long as it's pre-established, I'm going to go for it.
Make sure I'll spike that light.
And then on another note, like I got paid for hella teams to commission, and it's like I said, you got to count. It's 17 weeks of work, and now it's 17. It used to be 16. Now it's 17 weeks of work, and a lot of the times it's dull, but the times you actually have to do work as a commissioner, it fucking blows. It fucking blows because it's never an easy one. It's always like, well, this is bullshit. These points didn't come in, or some guy's pouting. Trade waiver wires. Oh my god, collusion.
So I'm gonna say, like, as a commissioner, you should have your fucking hands off. Like first off, like if you're playing with some folks that's gonna do good business, then that's like, if they're doing good business amongst each other, and you know that you brought these people into a league. All right, how do I explain this? How do I explain this without incriminating myself?
Trade denials, bullshit like that, right? I don't
know.
No,
like when I put together a league in DC, we well, it's been more than 7 years. So back in the day, you couldn't have illegal gambling circles. So like you couldn't have an illegal poker game going. You couldn't have an illegal dice game going or whatever. So what you did was you made it to where it was small, to where it was undetectable. You only brought in certain players and certain people that you knew that had a bankroll. So like if I'm a host a room with a couple of dice games, like, so I'm thinking, clearly this is me back in Berry Farms, back in DC. If I'm hosting a dice game, I'm hosting a couple of dice games, I'm only gonna have maybe 5 dice games going, because I'm gonna be able to keep my eyes on. I'm gonna sit up high and I can keep my eyes on. I can regulate everything. I can see what's going on. Or if I'm running poker, I'm only gonna run maybe 5 to 10 poker tables. You know, I'm gonna have all my dealers be trusty dealers. You know, obviously the house is gonna make sure that we get our cut, but I'll make sure I have some trusted dealers. I'll make sure the players I'm inviting into that environment are trusty players. So with fantasy football, when I'm commissioning a league, and if I put it on Twitter, the Rumboyz are hosting a league, I'm already going through it. I'm making sure, and I'm going through all of your tweets. I'm going through, and I'm talking to your previous league mates, and I'm making sure it's like, has this person ever been on some fuck shit before? Like, is this person a good player or not? Like, I'm already looking through it. I'm already trying to find your portfolio, and I'm trying to see, and I'm trying to find out as much as I can find out about you as a player.
I just don't think that happens for a lot of home leagues and side stuff. And at the end of the day, it's 17 weeks of work, right? "Quote unquote" 17 weeks of work.
But you know a good player up front. You know a good player up front. Like if we're playing for cash,
I don't think the average home league has that. I think there's a lot of a friend of a friend, and a guy that needs to join a league. I know a guy kind of thing happens quite a bit. And like I said, it's just a little bit of, like I said, like I don't think, as long as it's pre-established,
I always have that
fine.
thing.
Yeah, as long as it's pre-established, I don't care. I don't think you should be asking for it mid-season, end of season. Pre-establish that shit. That's it. That's all I would say. Because I know that someone's getting a cut somewhere at some point in time.
I feel like there's a way to know. I feel like there's a way to know that you're hopping into a league with good players. Like if I'm hopping into a high value, so one of the leagues I'm probably gonna win. Like I'm probably gonna fucking walk away with this motherfucker. Those some high value guys. They're high value players. Like I know the stakes. We all paid our dues up front. We pay our dues up front every year. I know there's some stand up guys. So
yeah, I mean, like what? Out of how many leagues are you in, though? Is my point, right?
I
would say
40.
like, huh?
I'm in
Yeah.
40. I'm in 40.
And you're listing one out of
there's-
40. That's the point.
I mean, but there's a couple leagues where I don't know if a couple of cats may be sketchy or not.
And that's what I'm saying. It's a couple versus one. So that's why I'm saying. A commissioner wants it, just pre-establish it, and I think that's fine. But it has to be pre-established, and that's where it's at.
I feel like fantasies and new school battlegrounds for like if you're not competing, I feel like there has to be a definitive line if you're competing for with the way that legal gambling and shit is coming along. You have to have definitive establishment whether or not you're competing for money or whether or not you're competing for charity or bragging rights. I feel like charity and bragging rights are a different category, and I feel like when you're playing for money, you gotta make sure you're finding leagues that the cats are solid, bro. Like the cats are solid. Mike, how do you feel?
I'm not either way a lot, but as long as it's pre-established, like Pang and Herm said, but if you're gonna put it in, it's got to be put into the league bylaws, because if you're not, you don't need any wishy-washy. And then when other people come into the league, then it's pre-established and no one can bitch.
I feel like it takes into the account of the world of gambling, where the world of gambling and fantasy marriage, and the house is going to take a cut. And I feel like the house honestly should take a cut. Like, I sound fucking crazy for saying that. Like, I'm not doing that in any leagues I'm doing for fun. But
yeah, they just call it a rake, and I think that's okay. But as long as it's pre-established, that's fine.
I don't mind if any. I'll say this: next year, any league that I play in, and if the commissioner says, "Hey, the house is going to take a cut," I'm okay with it. I'm like, all right, so you're going to take $30.
But yeah, I wouldn't want to hear that shit mid-season though, right? Like,
yeah, don't tell me mid-season.
No if I'm like fucking like 8-4, and the guy's like, "Oh, BT Dubs, I kind of want my cut." You'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Maddie says, "I'm in a league where there's a $5 fee for every trade or moves that have to be approved by commish throughout the season, and all that goes." See, I like that. I like that. So I was in a league like that last year, and it was an IDP league where we had four D linemen, 4 linebackers, and 4 CBs or 4 DBs. And it was like that every trade, every draft thing, like it was like an extra $1 or some shit.
Yeah, because like I said, every time a commissioner has to intervene, it's never an easy thing.
Autumn is a real MVP.
It's always something ridiculous that has to be done, and it's always going to piss off half a league, one guy that's going to talk shit about you for the next 15 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, it's always something like that. So I think for $5 to get yelled at for 15 weeks straight by some asshole, that's okay. Yeah. It's not even Starbucks, baby. Yeah, it's not even Starbucks. Let's be real.
Drop the mic. Mike, you already went. Z2.
Yep.
I mean, I think everybody's hit on the head. If it's not pre-written preseason, then the commissioner can't take a cut. And I think where it shouldn't be allowed is home leagues, because I mean, everybody knows everybody. One dude's taking the time out of his day to create the league. I mean, he's not doing much, and he's going to give you the rules and scoring setting before they even draft. So why does he need anything? He's not Roger Goodell or anything. So
yeah, I feel like that this should probably. I'm going to be on the opposite side, and I'm going to say that this should probably become. I don't want to say like a standard, but I don't mind anyone exercising this right, and anyone that bitches about it, I'm gonna say business is business and it's strictly pleasure. This person is giving you the pleasure to be able to compete in the league, and they're setting it up, they're making it fun. Let them fucking, if they have to deal with all your bitching, whining, moaning, and complaining, let them take a little.
I would put it this way: it's if someone goes, "Well, why do you get it?" I would just say, "Do you want to do it?" And I bet you almost every single time it's gonna be, "No, I don't want to do that shit." That's fucking why I'm getting like $30 out of this. And that's it. I would just turn around. You can fucking do it for $30. Oh no, fuck that.
I feel like the house.
Instantaneous.
I feel like but see, I'm also old school, and like I feel like the house should walk away with a little bit of something.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with that. My point is like if you're at home league is like, if someone's like, "Hey man, I just want my entry like free," and it's like a $25 buy-in, and someone goes, "Well, why do you get to skip out on $25?" I'd be like, you can do it, and you're always gonna go. You're gonna get the instantaneous now, and then go, and that's why. That's fucking why.
Do y'all think this question was stemmed from like commissioners have shady payers, like not paying?
No, this commissioner. No. Here's what happened. The person tried to frame the commissioner as if the commissioner did not establish this off the top. Commissioner had established himself at the top. This person tried to screenshot as if the commissioner did not establish it off the top and was like, oh, well, they let me know that they're taking a percentage off like just now. And it's like, well, your league had this already established. They're taking what they did was they took
it's the dude that's magically winning all of a sudden is crying.
Yeah, it's a dude. Yeah,
sounds like.
It was a person that is more than likely going to beat the championship. Like they had to go through this week. The
I
commissioner
can't make rent about this $26 as commissioner's getting.
the commissioner took like $10 out of everyone's like $40 buy-in, and he only walked away like $100 or some shit like that. Like he didn't walk away like a whole lot. Like the winner is still the winner, like hands down.
Yeah.
It's like having the money prize is good, obviously. Like, you know, it's
that's not why we play fucking fantasy.
Yeah, but it's just like, yeah, it's like, but you're still the winner, man. Like, if you win, it's like you get to be like, haha, not you, not you, not you, not you. You can just like like
going from like
fucking rules.
Going from like $60 to like $500 doesn't change my life in fantasy. Oh my god. Oh, thank God I played 17 weeks. No, well, if you count preseason, 20 weeks to get $500. Like, fuck out of here. Even the big stakes guys, I know.
Commissioner should get a 30-pack a week for that BS. Yeah, like what I know about this league, like this league had like a lot of shit. Like,
I'm hoping one dude's team that the buy-in's $1,000. It's a bitch.
Okay, so if your commissioner's rigging shit, you're not competing in that league. You're leaving that league in the middle of the season. Leave your money on the table and walk away. Like that's like finding a game and the dealer is cheating, and it's like you're pulling from the bottom of the deck, you bitch. Like, yeah, don't do that. What is one thing that you hit on this season, and what is one thing that you missed on this season? Z2. This should be rapid fire because you should know your takes.
Yeah, my piggybacks a thing. I hit on Joe Mixon. I thought you should draft Joe Mixon high where he's going to take it.
Fuck you. Just keep passing the fucking mic. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Because I compiled a tweet together. I said I'd draft Joe Mixon over Najee Harris. I missed on Najee Harris this year. I will say that. I said it all off season on this show. I got dragged for it by Herms and Raj. So I told you I'd own up if I missed on it. So Najee was my biggest miss. Joe Mixon was biggest hit.
All right.
Mike?
My miss was Brandon Ayuk. I thought he was going to be a top 20 wide receiver. I was totally wrong on that. My hit, Jalen Waddle. I got reamed at the beginning of the year for saying that he was going to have a better year than I thought. He was my number 2 wide receiver coming in and out of the draft, and that's it. Go, Pang.
So my fucking biggest miss is basically Allen Robinson. Holy fuck. I actually thought he was going to have one of the best seasons possible. I really thought Justin Fields in the preseason looked amazing.
Toby sucks.
We were wrong.
Really
a lot of us were wrong. So that one,
sucks.
I ate a ton of dick on that one.
Toby sucks. He really sucks.
Asshole. But one of my bigger hits, I would say, is having Keenan Allen ranked him up a lot. I had him, I think, against the average, like 8 spots up. And I think he paid off for it. And obviously Joe Mixon, I ranked him as 7th overall this season. And he got pretty close to hitting that. So, but yeah, big miss is fucking Allen Robinson. I had that bitch ranked the fuck up, and he just kicked me in the chest for 17 weeks straight. And I'm going to count next week because I know he's going to suck next week if he magically plays somehow, which I don't think he is.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Fuck you, Robinson.
Okay.
Well, for me, big hit, Justin Herbert. I thought he was going to take that next step. I mean, I know he's had a couple of blips here and there, but I mean, I think he's QB3 right now on the season. So I kept saying he's going to be. I go back to Dan Marino in 1984, taking that second year where he had a special season. So Herbert isn't there, but he's on his way up. Big miss was I ranked Robert Woods ahead of Cooper Kupp. So I'm owning that one. I'm a Ram fan. to me, the big thing, there was a little over-analysis on that one. Two things that happened right before training
That's not
camp.
a heavy miss. That's not a heavy miss slap.
That's not a real miss, in my opinion. I think that's a fine
That's
play
not a
still.
real miss. Yeah, that's not a real miss.
Well, I mean, just the way it ended up happening. I mean, I think Woods would have had a fine season if he hadn't gotten hurt. Or, get back healthy because you're a baller. But
so Robert Woods
that's
is
the real
injury.
miss. That's the real miss because every analyst. So like, all right, all of our colleagues over at the big league network were fucking like, what do we do? What do we do? And like, I remember like Florio, like him being like, it's Cooper Cup. It's gonna be a Cooper Cup thing. Like, it's gonna be a Cooper Cup. And like, I remember everyone like, and like Florio just kind of like, it is like Florio square, like we're all in our own squares, and then boom, like the shit just hit. And I remember fucking LQ's status, or not status, because his tweet from 2019. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, if you really want to think about it, he's been removed from the injury and shit. By the time they've taken for him to heal from the ankle, oh fuck, he could go double digits again. He had Jared Goff as his quarterback at 2019 when him and Kenny Galladay were the only two double-digit wide receivers. Like, it all started clicking, and that's when I was like, like by the time I could hit the button on Cooper Kupp, like I was in that last month of being like, all right, I've tilted, and it was too late. Like my take was my take already. Like I was buried in the dirt as a Woods truther.
Well, to me, my real reason, I'll keep it short, was Woods I had them very close, but Woods got the rushing work, and right before training camp, Kupp had his knee drained, so that just had me just a little bit worried from an injury standpoint. So that was it. But this is
fine on that.
Phenomenal season. I do have him on a couple of places, and I'm very thankful that I have him in a couple of places. I actually have him and Debo on a basketball team.
I think a lot of people have him ranked back.
I think Woods was still finishing as a wide receiver too, where he was projected to be drafted. So I think you were good either way. It wasn't like he had, I hate to shut on the guy again, a Kenny Galladay or Allen Robinson season where he was drafted as a 2 or 1 and then completely went to wide receiver like 15, rankings. So Woods was still finishing as a 2, had a slow start, but he was fine. I don't want to consider that a miss if a guy still had success.
Well, thank you. I feel much better. I'll still drink to that though.
He had success. You can't call an ACL tear.
All right. Well, anytime I was brought on a podcast to talk about the Steelers, I pretty much predicted their entire season correctly. So, so I mean, my big hit is that I called everything. Well, no, I mean, the one part of it I didn't get is I didn't know that Eric Ebron was gonna go down around week 6, and the Muth would end up losing. So I mean, small thing, but literally everything just being some people being like, oh man, it's they could be a playoff team or some of the. I'm like, no, they're 500 at best, and then look at where we are now. But so that was cool, across the board, nailed that. But my big miss, that in a way was also my biggest hit. Do not besmirch the name of Ronald Jones. I never said when he'd be good. I never said when. I never said when. Okay, so if you think about it, technically, I am correct. Okay, yes, it took 15 or 16 weeks, but look at us now. Look at us now.
Herms, good news.
Yo.
Herms, real quick, good news. My best ball finals team in the Puppy 1 has Ronald Jones, and he actually helped me make it into the next round.
See?
Hey, here's what I'll say. I was that motherfucker that dropped him, picked him up, dropped him, picked him up, dropped him, picked him up, dropped him, picked him up.
Everybody did. Everybody did.
Bro, but my shit was habitual. It was super habitual because I it was the one player I couldn't quit. So there's that. A deal, you fuck. God damn it, you fuck.
Please don't. I need him. I need him to do well.
Yeah, I need Ronald Jones to snap. I need
that is a besmirching. That is not acceptable.
That is a besmirching. Yeah. But no, what I can say is one thing that I did absolutely hit on Fuck. I'm trying to pick one thing.
You and I went back and forth a lot about the fact that I was fading the shit out of Derrick Henry because it was like, oh, but if you look at the history of the year after 2,000-yard rushers and stuff, there's a big miss on my part. I mean, shit, you championed that the whole fucking time, my guy. Take that lap. Take the lap, Bobby. You're allowed.
I can't take that lap because of the injury. I will say this, that he will be back next year.
Dude,
he'll be back. He'll be
Look at where
back
he
next
is
year.
in overall points still. You can take
you can take the fucking lap.
He still is that
I'll
high
say
because
this
of
with
how
Derrick
good he
Henry,
was. Like,
he'll be back next year, and he is going to be a high floor, high ceiling play. Like, you are going to need Derrick Henry on your teams next year. This is the type of player that comes back off an injury, comes back with a fucking vengeance. So
he was on his way.
Yeah. Get Derrick Henry next year.
hey, if the Titans like make it into the playoffs and he comes back for that shit, I mean, like that'll be a really good indication of.
No,
the type
here's
of dude,
one that I'm going to take the victory
like,
lap on. Here's one I'm going to take the victory lap on. I motherfucking told you Justin Jefferson wasn't just going to do it his motherfucking rookie year. I told you his sophomore year was going to be so fresh and so clean. Now,
he's so good.
did some of that come off of the Adam Thielen injury? Yes. Okay.
I don't think so. I still think he would have been amazing with or without him.
With or without him.
Yeah.
I am still this new generation. Listen, old school records are meant to be broken, but the game is meant to adapt and change so that those records can be broken. I get the extra game, and I get how that changes things. Half these players are snapping records before that extra game. Justin Jefferson is your new Randy Moss. I stamp me plugging Justin Jefferson, and I'm rocking with that. And then one thing that I missed on,
Joe Mixon.
I'm always gonna miss on that. That's always gonna be my brand. That's too chalk. That's too chalk.
You get what you get.
Gerald Everett being as good as he has been.
Me and Herms, we were jerking that motherfucker.
Fun
off.
facts: from week 10 on, he averages the same number of points per game as Dawson Knox. It took until after the bye week for him to really find his way in there, but like. He didn't establish himself in the offense right off the bat. And like, because the whole logic for a lot of people is like, oh, Shane Waldron's coming in as the offensive coordinator. Blah, blah. So I mean, like.
He's a great play this week, I think.
Oh, 100%. Like, it's a miss. But if you tracked it and the patience was there, it's just like, it kind of worked a little bit.
I love how, like I'm searching for like a take. I have to make sure that my content always has to have depth. I'm like, what if someone clips this for TikTok? Like, that's what I'm thinking in the back of my head the whole time. I'm like, what if I end up being the person? Like it's like I have to make sure I can't say like the typical shit. Like I can't say the easy thing. So yeah.
I think most of the community missed on Deebo Samuel. I will say that with the IU hype this offseason.
The way that I feel about that one.
Dave Klug was all over him. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Klug was all
Mike
over
Fiala, Daddy's home.
Yeah,
dude, that was a big part of his FSB.
I drafted him heavily over.
If you go back in my offseason content, I kept saying Deebo will be better than Ayuk. I kept saying Deebo's a steal instead of Ayuk. I kept saying Deebo in the 8th round instead of or 8th or 9th round. So
but nobody projected wide receiver like 7 on the season.
Well, I have an edge in that because I interviewed him and I partied with him. Like
I love Deebo way more than like IU, but
I love Deebo because he can drink with me.
Jonnu Smith is another one that comes to my mind.
Oh fuck! Ooh, swing and a miss. Dude, I was one of those people. I was one of those people. Oh god.
I mean,
I literally thought that Jonnu Smith was going to outsnap Hunter Henry. I knew that the Patriots were going to go to a personnel. I didn't fucking think that Hunter Henry, like I thought Hunter Henry. Here's the reason why I put Jonnu Smith over Hunter Henry. I thought Hunter Henry was going to get hurt.
I thought they
And
were both
that's-
going to get hurt, but
Yeah.
I thought they both were going to get hurt, but I thought that John was going to last long because he's been hurt more than Hunter Henry.
I fucking hate those two. They got overpaid to do. I mean, Hunter Henry's fine, but John got paid to literally do nothing. I think he has
Zach
negative
Moss.
yards in a
Zach
game.
Moss is another one.
Adil, the answer to that
Zach
is
Moss.
Justin Jefferson. The answer to that is Justin Jefferson.
I got a hit on that one. So in my
Not
best
from a
ball, I
physical
wrote about
stature, but
taking
from
Devin
dominant
Singletary and
skills.
Zach Moss and just
Dominant-
running them together.
No.
Because I was like, it's not sure that Zach Moss has it.
Let's open it up. Let's open it up. What is your best sports memory of 2021? Z2.
Does it have to be a game, or can it be something from like my Twitter?
It's a sports memory. It's a
Okay,
sports.
I'm just
fucking-
asking.
It's your. I can't tell you what your memory is. Matt, what's up? What's up? Do you see this wild panel? Do you see this panel?
2021 sports memory. I don't know if I have one. I just enjoy watching sports. I
What
mean,
was the best thing?
the
that you saw?
Astros making it to the World Series was
Oh,
a
you
highlight.
fuck! I'm
of
drinking.
mine.
I'm drinking. I'm drinking.
I'll drink with you because we lost.
Shout out Dusty Baker and Dusty Baker only. That is
Dusty
the only
Baker.
thing.
Dusty Baker was the only reason I would have felt good about the Astros winning the World Series because Dusty Baker was my guy when I was 10 years old.
But since that
Nationals never should have fired him. I like Davey Martinez just fine. I'm
just-
glad that we ended up with the chip, but Dusty should have been there. So it's just
You just said words that I just don't like, and I don't like. I just hate Astros.
That's why, because the Astros is the only thing that came to my mind. So that's why I was asking if it could be from like my Twitter. Because
You
I
couldn't
mean,
pick the fucking Braves. You couldn't.
I'm from
pick-
Texas. Why would I
Here,
pick the Braves?
I know.
Like,
it's
as a
trash
Nats
can.
fan, like
got
the
the
only
trash
thing
can.
that could be like seeing the Braves win was awful as a Nationals fan. Like that was brutal. As much as I dislike the Astros, I hate the Braves. So I mean, I'm just like, oh god, like it was a lose no matter what happened.
Hey, watch out for the Dodgers for Freddie Freeman.
No, man.
Freddie Freeman
Fuck-
could not be a
fuck
Brave,
the
maybe.
Stros, bro. Fuck the Stros, man. She said, "The fuck is wrong with you, Mike? Oh my god, Mike! Mike, what is your greatest memory of sports in 2021, Mike? You have something about the Lakers, Mike."
Not laughing.
We may have to come back to Mike. I think
We're gonna
that
come
might-
back to Mike.
like, yeah.
We're gonna come back to Mike.
Fuck that damn Mike.
You trouble so hard. Peg, your turn.
I want to do two really fast ones. One, when I was at the Colts game, Colts Dolphins, and the Dolphins got spanked on, because whatever. It was cool to see some of the players. I got to see, fucking cornerback. Fuck, his name escapes me now. One of the Xavier Rhodes, and I got to see EJ Speed, the guy who did the block punt touchdown like 2 weeks ago. It was really cool. He met all the fans, really awesome. I thought that was amazing. He did that. Then he had the block touchdown. Shout out to him. Xavier Rhodes hanging out with his girlfriend was actually really sweet. You don't get a lot of that for fucking football guys. Sports guys in general just don't get that. Oh, they're good to their women. So that was something I thought was really awesome to see live.
Oh my god!
But I would say the best memory in general would be when we took that fucking Raiders bet right before the show for like a couple hundred, and we just money lined them and doubled up easy to plus 200. That shit was fucking hilarious. On week 2,
Bro, yeah. All right. So like, you were with us when we picked like our teams that we were just gonna like vampire, like just straight sink our teeth in. And once we did it, like the money, like we just went hard, bro. Mike, share yours.
Number one, going to Kansas City and going downtown KC and getting ridiculed by all the Cowboy fans that were in town, saying that they were going to whoop our ass, and that didn't happen. It was cold. I did not realize, for all you guys in the Midwest and back east, that wind chill really is a thing. I mean,
Cold is real.
Wind chill's the only reason why it's cold in Texas.
It was 42 degrees, but that 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds across my cheeks made me feel like I was sunburned. And another sports memory, Canton, baby.
Okay, that was very sentimental of you. I always knew you had a soft side.
Oh, I'm a teddy bear.
Yeah, we know. That was cuddly of you. Jorge, he's right about all of his memories though. Like he's right about, especially about Kane. Go ahead, Jorge.
I got two quick ones. One was Michael appreciate this one. Cody Bellinger hitting the 3-run jack against the Braves in Game 3. Let me tell you something. I have never seen, and I've been to hundreds of Dodger games live, and I was at the game. In phenomenal seats. One of my best friends since I was 14 years old. Since we were 14 years old, just he got his company seats and invited me, and it was phenomenal. Dodger Stadium was dead. It was the 8th inning. It looked like the season was over. They were about to go down 3-0. I know they ended up losing to the Braves, but Cody Bellinger just came up and just hit a bomb and just totally turned the stadium up. Turned the stadium upside down. So that was phenomenal.
So at that time, I think that we were in our partnership with our homies in San Diego for the SportsMe app.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and
there was a lot. I think I put a couple of takes on. I think I put a take on that one.
Yeah, you put a take up. Yeah. So
that was beautiful.
It was the hardest thing. Like, it's like the way we always begin our like investment meetings. Like, I'll give like a little bit behind the scenes, so, like I could do it. Like, we all try to like break the ice a little bit. And when I tell you, I logged into Zoom that morning, and I was silent. I was quiet as fuck. And then I just eventually like just break out, and like right as my boss, shout my partner Robert, right as my boss goes, so our partners with Odyssey Sports down there in San Diego, and I just go, how about them Dodgers?
Oh man, yeah, there was so much going back and forth on SportsMe between LA and San Diego at that time. So the other one kind of was also just 3 weeks ago. I was at SoFi Stadium, first time going to a game, Chargers and the Giants, and there was that magical throw that Justin Herbert made where he's just rolling out right, and our seats were, he was rolling out toward us, and he got hit as he let loose a 65-yard rope, just hit the guy in stride, just a perfect dime. It was in a split second when he got hit, I was like, oh crap, he's down. And then all of a sudden there I see the ball, and the ball was like moving in slow motion.
So
and it was so beautiful. It was majestic, and he's just about, and I could see that Guyton had a step on the DB, and and all of a sudden it was just like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. Boom. Score, got the touchdown, caught it right about the goal line. The place just exploded. It's still to this day, it's the greatest throw I've ever seen live. Just the greatest throw. Phenomenal.
That battle between like right now between Stafford or Herbert, and who is going to end as the king of California. If you're not on the Herbert train right now, oh God.
Yeah. I was looking for a Herbert jersey the other day, and they're on Amazon, and just not having much luck.
Not another thing. Herms.
Geez. Well, it kind of a small handful of things, I suppose, just because a lot of my favorite sports teams are pretty bad. So I only have I only have a few things I can really lean on, I would say.
Same.
So it's still ongoing because we're still in the middle of the season. Nothing has ended yet. But the pace that Alexander Ovechkin is on right now, I mean, the Washington Capitals, I mean, between COVID and injuries and stuff, I mean, they're still playing brilliantly. It's been a great season, but like the whole team still hasn't been healthy yet. But this guy is on another fucking level with this shit. Single-handedly just like carrying the team, not only just with all the goals, because I mean that's what the dude does. He's gonna break Gretzky's record. I'm calling. And then, but also like the assists in the assist category. I mean, like he's playing out of his goddamn mind. He's not he's not throwing people into the boards like he used to. He's being a little more conservative. He's preserving his body. Within these next 3 or 4 years, he's breaking that record. It's going to be fucking great. I hope that I get to be there. Nothing in baseball because, like one of the comments said, like their beloved Cubs trading everybody away. Like, as a Nats fan, we lost Max Scherzer and Trey Turner. Fuck, I can't do it. So, like, that.
Hey, thank you for Trey Turner, by the way.
Yeah,
I'll drink to that.
Fucker.
Scherzer's now a Met, but he was fun while it lasted.
Yeah. And I mean, like Kyber Ruiz is a pretty promising catching prospect. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be cool. Josiah Gray is decent. He's got a good arm. Well, maybe I'll feel better about it in the long run. But all together, fairly decent trade. But then I don't know, man.
Wait. This comment.
Oh, beautiful.
Hold on. There's no other reason why this channel is here than to give you a break from your day-to-day life. Slap says, hold on, I gotta do this traditional. Slap yourself. Psh, psh. Entertainment. He says, my other moment was when my uncle passed and the Raiders won an OT. It was Monday night, and I was watching the game with Robbie and Mike on Rum Zone. I hate the Raiders, but that was my uncle's team. And that was a very important game because that was against Baltimore.
Yep.
You know what? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how much anyone has drank or what anyone's done. Like, it's for our fans. Like, that's our fans. That's our fans, bro. Like I know Slap has gone out of his way to share.
Yeah, Slaps. That was Baltimore, Vegas.
Yeah.
Hell of a game too. Yeah. I mean, whew.
People had the Raiders down, and Brian Edwards almost had that amazing 80 yards and touchdown in the last 10 seconds of a game.
My Lord. Yes.
Cheers to me.
And then he never did anything again.
Slap yourself. What it do? We appreciate you. We appreciate
Hey, can I add one thing to the Rum Zone?
Sure.
And Robbie, I told you this one. It was a couple weeks ago where it's first round of the playoffs, and I had to run some errands. So I actually put you guys on and connected you to my phone. So I was listening, and you guys gave me the touchdown that MVS scored in the first round of the playoffs, and that one helped elevate him. And actually, it was my favorite moment of that whole weekend, just hearing your guys' call and being like, and Robbie, you were on fire on that one. It's like, oh, look at MVS being a motherfucking man, and I was just like, yes. I was in my car, and I was just like, yeah.
And I was underneath my blanket because I was so dead for the night before. Like I had a night out. I was already burnt out from content. When I tell you calling, getting up, this was the hardest year of making content in my whole career. Hardest year. When I say that, other than the fans investing, I haven't had a bigger entity Monkey Knife Fight doesn't throw money into this bitch. SportsMe pays me for me doing SportsMe shit because I'm part owner in it. They don't pay me for doing Rumboyz shit. There is no Rumboyz investor besides my time and my energy. So whatever money that we make and whatever we do, it's just it all goes right back into it. Whether it's to keep that little fucking light on over there, or whatever the fucking case, it's for the fucking green screens or it means a lot. And the fact that we can have an impact on people's lives and we can make people's day. I give a fuck about what I say on air. If it helps you, it helps you.
True.
I'm here for you. I'm not here for anything else but that.
I'm just here to get discovered by
just like it is SportsMe, it's sports you. That's
Pang's
what
like,
it's
Pang's like, I've
sports
seen so many
you.
people get discovered through this shit.
I'm at the mall and shit. I'm all like, hey, what's up? I'm so funny, guys. God damn. I heard you
Hell
need
yeah.
some more
Happy
minorities
New
on your TV show.
Although, I do want to shout out a couple more things from the year that are pretty cool. So even though like I'm not like a huge college football fan or whatever, but that wide receiver from Pittsburgh, like the University of Pittsburgh, Jordan Addison, he like All-American, won the Biletnikoff Award. He went to high school around my area. We ain't got like a whole ton of like high profile athletes like around my area, but just like seeing him in the local paper being covered, like bless up for that guy. For you dynasty players out there, he's going to be in next year's draft, not this upcoming one, 2023. Draft that motherfucker. Wherever the fuck he goes, he's going to be great. Jordan Addison out of Pitt. That kid is fantastic. But also, the best memory of sports this year, sitting around with you goofy ass motherfuckers on Rumboyz, bro. I mean, it's like, yo, straight up. Because, like, not only is it an absolute pleasure to collaborate with Robbie on a frequent basis, I have been able to network with so many people that I consider to be very good friends now, network with people in the industry that for some reason are aware of what my name is now, which is still bizarre. And just like it's opened like a ton of doors, not only just for me, but like for a ton of us, So it's just like, yo, like this shit's where it's at. And to answer for Snacks, the Giants getting Jason Garrett, he's gone, he's a bum. Fuck yeah, it's the best pick. So yeah, that's his answer. But like I know that's his answer. But yeah, just being on fucking Rumboyz, my God, dude, this shit, because like it fucks up my sleep schedule every single goddamn weekend. I'll tell you what, the recovery time on Monday, it's hard to bounce back from, but like, dude, man, we get so many good takes. We get so much fun out of it. Like after the show, hanging out with Robbie until it's like 3 a.m. my time, and we're just like throwing on beats and freestyle rapping back and forth and shit. Like, it's just like, dude, like, it's not even just in the sports that I'm exercising my creativity doing this shit, man. So it's just like, shout out the Rumboyz 2021, baby. Woo! Yeah, that's what it's all about, dude.
We also popularized cutoffs here.
So we pop a lot of cutoffs. We're gonna have a cutoff line popping off as well. That's gonna be really interesting, Fred. Yeah, you also brought my Rumboyz cutoff. The original, the original design. I'll leak something off the new line. The original design is gonna stay for the tank tops, but we're gonna have a couple of different things. So C2, you could also get to work on that as well.
Yeah. That I want to put one more. The Tom Grossi raid when we were doing play-by-play.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was badass.
That Tom Grossi raid was crazy.
It was great to be a part of,
bro. Because see, here's the thing: he's not just NFL, but like. He's comedy, and like Herms will tell you how high I respect my passion for comedy. Like half the jokes I come up with, like I'll have shit that's written before the show, and I won't tell a single joke that's written. And my best material will be what I come up with off the top of my head. And for Tom Grossi, and as comedic and as funny as he is with his NFL content, and to be as major as he is on not just YouTube but TikTok, to show us love, like honestly, that was paramount. Like that was paramount on like just like a YouTuber level, like a social media influencer level, just because like there is that level of like being acknowledged. What I was gonna shout out when I was gonna mention, I have a couple things. My best sports memory. So for me personally, was just hitting on the no one shout out basketball, so I had to do something different. College. Let's go college, baby. When Baylor fucking took down Gonzaga, like to rock that and to cash in on that. I missed the call line. What if I told you that the call-in line might come back? What if I told you there may be a way that you can call in? What if I told you that may be coming back?
What if I told you could call in to Rumboyz After Dark? ESPN's 30 for 30 presents.
That's good. I love that.
The voice
of God.
Yeah,
voice
exactly.
of God.
Also, while there's a pause, Autumn told me her favorite sport memory for 2021 was her because she's funny.
Yeah, she is comedic as fuck. She is comedic as fuck. But no, for me personally, like that was just like such a huge bet. Like, I don't know. I woke up that morning and I was like, let's throw $100 on this. There is no reason to put that amount of money at my level in the game, like, period, on anything. But I felt it and I did it. And it was cool. So like that was pretty cool.
Actually, fuck a sporting event of the year. If so, I mean, I might have this wrong, but it was I think Gonzaga UCLA the round before. Right?
Oh yes,
that
Final Four.
game. I don't get like fuck whatever sport of any kind. That game was one of the greatest games of any sport I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
I lost money on that. I lost money on that one.
That broke my heart.
Hold on. So
but it was so
lost,
thrilling.
So wait. I lost 70 on that game. Right?
Oh no.
Like, because I was just randomly, I was like, what's in my account right now? I was like, I have 70 right now. Like, and I just threw it. And I tanked. It's like anyone that's ever gambled, if you've never had your account tanked, you've never gambled. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to hear from you. If you've never hit the bottom, don't talk to me. Like, you don't know what it's like. You don't know this life. Like, I had 70 in my DK account. I chucked that bitch, and UCLA said, eh. And bro, when I tell you I cried, that's the re-up. That's the re-up. Like, you got a re-up right there. Like, if you never had your account hit zero, like, if you've ever been winning with house money, and then the house money clears.
Yes.
That happened to me on FanDuel this year. I finally ran out. I was just like, damn it. Like I rode the initial investment and the money made after and just that is painful.
Herms, here's the thing. Because of that, now you as an analyst, you can help the people that are going that are doing this on a different level. So like me now, I can help because I know what it's like to hit zero.
Not great. Not great, Bob.
But I also know what it's like to re-up. I also know what it's like to go on a heavy run. Like, this is probably, like, I'm going to be honest. Like, statistically speaking, this is when I'm about to go on my run. I'm going to stack up on a bunch of NHL. I'm going to stack up on a bunch of NBA. I'm going to go on a run.
Yeah, this year I learned I'm a lot better at props. That seems to be the thing I should probably focus on.
Bro, Monkey Knife Fight. Why do you think I write the Monkey Knife Fight Monday night article? My one article can possibly. I know people that I paid for their whole season because of week one.
Promo code Rumboyz.
Like, my article is nasty, and that's a nasty fucking article. And what's fucked up, there are other articles on the same site. I love Dr. Roto, and I love you. My article is free, baby. And I'm hitting.
But if people were interested in signing up with Monkey Knife Fight, is there perhaps a promo code?
There is the promo code Rumboyz. It is embedded every motherfucking where you look. It's above this screen. Hey. It's down there.
Hey.
You want props? I'm telling you, this year, Rumboyz.com, we hitting. This year, more states. I love the segue. More states embrace legal sports gambling than ever before. And it's only happening more and more. Do you feel more fantasy football players will embrace this trend of escalated activity on the books as well? On top of that, in any way, did you as an analyst having to understand the over-unders, the spreads, the in and outs of the games give you an edge in fantasy football in any way? Herms, we start with you with a critical question. Welcome to Outside of the Rumboyz Lines.
Well, first and foremost, I am thankful that the state of Maryland fully embraced the whole legalized sports gambling, especially because as part of the proposition that everybody voted on in the state, a lot of the funding goes toward public education. That is something that I think is incredibly important. So, I mean, like, honestly, if a lot of states are looking into figuring out how to kind of, get that by certain, voters and whatnot that maybe aren't really sold or whatever, it's just like, make it about the kids, damn it. That's the best way to get people to agree. But
no, thank you for tossing it really quick before you continue. Thank you for tossing that aspect in. You gave the people something to think about.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, honestly,
in context.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I know that there are people who maybe, like, for some, like, and clearly, I mean, like, I don't have any moral moral objection to like gambling or
not. Yeah,
but there are some people, and like for whatever reason, why, like, sure, whatever, but like, any sort of, it's not super controversial, but any sort of quote unquote controversial, legislature or whatever. Like, even we could even take that into the legalization of marijuana or whatever, as long as you can, like,
it's a vibe topic. It's a vibe topic.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, but just like anything that you can allocate funds for the greater good of a lot of things, it's just like, that's it. Pro tip for people, whatever. Fuck, that's beside the point. Anyway, I don't know. But I don't know. I care about these things. I don't know. So in the off season, when I'm not talking about sports, I like social and political issues. So what's up?
Well, no, here's the thing. You brought it up because
it's important. It is.
It is because, yeah, grandma could lose her house, but what if grandma hits?
I mean, there's some of that too, but like critical infrastructure things that can come from it's important to either way. But like, as far as like applying that shit to like what I do, I think one of the things that's particularly telling, at least because I primarily focus in redraft. You know what I mean? I'm largely outside of the world of betting, but I think, especially looking at like DraftKings shit and seeing player values on a weekly basis, because like it does kind of give you an indication of like, you lick your finger, you find the direction of the wind, see what way it's blowing on certain players, and it's just like,
and that's
wow. So it's like, so people are really out on this. Why are you so out on this? And it's just like, that's the type of shit that you have to identify in any format, let alone, especially for DFS.
Consensus. Yeah.
You have to find the contrarian plays to be able to plug in to do certain things. You have to be able to find the value to be able to maximize the, so like that, from that standpoint, it's very important. And then I think something that I've integrated going back even into last year is like I did some research into now before I even continue, shout out at Lindelians, Linda, the homie on Twitter. Like, look, anything I'm about to say about kickers, she's better than me. So fuck it, just like, don't want, like, trust me. But I will say something I did find out about kicker success is that there is at least some correlation with games that are at a certain over/under, and just because it's kind of like just anticipating high scoring affairs that are going to be back and forth, and then identifying offenses that are going up against defenses that allow a certain amount of yardage but are still pretty good at stymieing teams in the red zone, thus enabling more field goal opportunities. So, I mean, like, from that standpoint, I mean, like, for as random as kicker is, it's really not. You just have to focus on it for a little bit and learn. But like, so I mean, I became better at doing that shit just by following gambling and stuff. So it's just like, like it's not the area that I focus in as an analyst, but at the same time, you can pull resources from other places to mold your own.
Did you use gambling? Did you, whether or not you gambled, did you use gambling to help you become sharper?
That's what I'm saying. It's just you can pull information from different resources, even if it is outside of what you quote unquote do, to be able to make yourself more well-rounded. Because like for me, I did that as an analyst. And for example, like even being somebody like as a musician, like most of my music in the past has been, like me like singing and playing a distorted guitar and doing whatever I'm recording that type of music. But I draw a lot from hip hop. I draw a lot from R&B. I draw a lot from other stuff. Just because it's outside of the bubble that you're working within doesn't mean that you can't venture outside that and learn something that you can apply.
I can be honest.
So, yeah.
As an analyst, because I knew with divisional games what the over-under was happening, and I knew that trend, I may or may have not have won certain fantasy matchups by benching certain players in divisional matchups. I will not reveal my full hand. That's what Rumboyz Premium is for. Fucking buy it. Won't reveal my full hand. I have hands documented as to how I defeated certain people because I knew where or when the over-under was going to hit. And just I'll take your chances. Jorge.
Oh, I'm all for gambling. I've always been. Give me more gambling, please, California. Please
There was
vote it
no
in.
fucks.
No thinking. No, let me tell you something.
Well, a lot of the model analysis that you do favors the gambler.
Absolutely. I mean, my start sit column, the adentro y afuera, I always put the line, the over under, because I make sure to put, that's a part. I put that right above the weather. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows, hey, this is what's going on in this game. And we talk about gambling all the time on the Familia FFP podcast. So we're talking about bets that we made, things that it makes us better. DFS makes us better players. I think it makes you focus on the matchup.
It does.
Yes. Amen. And so I love playing DFS. I can't wait for California to vote in the gambling. My kids may not have as good a college education because of it, but believe me, any information helps. And so give me more.
We're also in this era where like social media is influencing a lot of this information that's being provided. So like there's also jobs being created because of it. Because if me as a content creator, I'm already looking for an independent lane.
Yeah. We got homies in the Thieves. Shout out to Thieves. You know what I mean? Like just doing all their shit with the DFS. I mean, that's blowing up. We the homie Bo that's been on, Jordan Vanek that's been on, the homie Scott Simpson doing all that stuff. I mean, they're creating a whole other pocket for people to shine, and it's like that's cool too.
Yeah,
from our standpoint, it gives us more opportunities to do cool shit. So like, hell yeah, son.
More content.
No. There may or may not be partners out there that are looking to fuse with podcasts and shows of our nature or not. I would encourage, if you're already in the fantasy realm, start dipping your toe into this shit and figuring out like, oh shit, BetMGM might give me a deal. Oh shit.
If DraftKings wants to approach Herms, I am open to these conversations. Hit me up.
Exactly.
I would be great in a commercial. So I'm just
Mike, you've witnessed this firsthand, and you witnessed this strategy as you approached it here on the Rumboyz Fantasy Network.
Look at this.
Pang has to go first.
Pang. I saw him off air. That's why I skipped.
I know. I just want to see what you're gonna do. No, I was kidding. I had to go grab something real fast. I had to grab something. That's not my fault. Anyways, I've been gambling forever, man. It's obvious, and you guys know I roll with like a lot of cash into my games, and it's hit and it's missed. Anyone that tells you they fucking are 100% hitting is obviously a fucking liar and is probably gonna sell you some fucking Ponzi scheme in the next 20 minutes. But
or they bet like once a year and somehow,
yeah.
But I'm up, and it's been fun, and I think it does help a lot because it makes you learn shit. Like,
so we document our losses on our live stream. Like,
like we learned fucking weather is huge. I mean, it fucked me when I thought the rain was gonna make the 49ers game go under, but whatever. But that didn't. I never forget that shit. That shit went over 40. I was so pissed. But things like that is nice to know. Like, makes you learn defensive players. If you don't want to learn IDP, then gambling makes you learn IDP because you're sitting out there going, "Huh, Derwin James isn't it?" And it also makes you think about fucking last week's game when, Justin Herbert isn't foolproof yet. He lost 2 receivers, and that dude fucking was worse than Davis Mills. Shit like that. He still had Keenan Allen as
and
fucking
his
game, but he
line.
sucks.
And
Huh?
his line, too. He lost a couple members of his line, too.
Yeah, but still, my point of that is he's not foolproof. Things like that. But, I mean, I would argue that the practice squad is probably still on par with the Houston Texans. Right? Like, Chris Conley was out there dominating, but why couldn't Keenan Allen, right? Like, anyways, we'll go on fun of that. And Justin Jackson had a 30-point game, whatever. But it teaches you a lot about things that if you just play strictly fantasy, you wouldn't know. Therefore,
I gotta get a loan to pay my debt.
It just teaches you a lot more than I think you want to get credit for. It makes you look at the aspects of the game that we
Luckily,
don't look
online
at.
casinos are safe.
And that's really about it. Yeah.
Okay. Mike, running.
I am on the Jorge bandwagon. Put that motherfucking
As
bet
we all
in
are.
California. I will be at the India Casino every freaking Sunday, and I will not be on air. I'm sorry. Other than that, the biggest thing I have learned about with gambling is the over-under.
Wait. Do you play casino games or you just bet sports?
Oh, if I'm at the casino, I spent 17 days in a row there at one point.
Answer the fucking question. Do you?
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
you
blackjack
play casino
craps.
games.
Yes, all day.
Okay, cool.
Here's the problem that I had about blackjack because
I haven't know who my friends are.
No, because at India casinos they can't do craps because you're not allowed to use dice. But
Yep.
I went to high school a quarter of a mile away from the India casino near me, so you can imagine, and it was only 18 and over, so you can imagine how often I was there.
Hey Jorge, over on the East Coast, si se puede.
Sí se puede. Hey, let me tell you something. We got a full on set with chips and everything. All 3 of my daughters, they know how to play blackjack. Mwah. I can't wait to take them to Vegas. They're teaching their friends how to play blackjack thanks to Daddy.
Hold on. What I heard is not. Of course, your daughters aren't included. Okay, what I heard is Robbie. Next time you're in LA, pull up with the rum. Mike, you're down the road. Pang, you're down the road. Like,
Pang's a long way down the road.
I just gotta get a couple of us. Like, we just gotta figure out Herms and Z2. Let the channel blow up. You guys keep commenting, and subscribing, and we could have a real life game that you guys get to see. We set some cameras, and then dale.
Yeah, and then
I'm
we
just
watch
saying-
Robbie win all our money.
I mean, I don't know. You already done taught yourself, your wife, your daughters, your grandparents, your aunties, your uncles.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you don't taught everyone around you how to play, Jorge, maybe I'm bluffing right now, but maybe you already have an edge against me. Like, I don't know.
There may be some card games happening in the Martine household tomorrow night for New Year's Eve.
Oh, you got to. All right. So my thing is, so I'm Dominican. Before we get into the next topic, I'm Dominican. And our shit is dice. For those that don't know, if you haven't watched the one of the, I think Herms, you were there recently. One of the most recent episodes of It's a Vibe. I kind of leaked that I was at a party, and I got cornered into a dice game. I walked past this dice game at least 3 or 4 or 5 times. I was like, I don't want to play. And then finally, I got pulled into this dice game, and I was like, all right, I'll play, but we're gonna play my game. They're like, all right, what's up? And I was like, 7s or 11s. Jorge, you've interviewed me. Where am I from in LA?
Oh, the wood, baby. The wood.
Hey.
South.
It's more so Rosecrans. We Rosecrans all day, baby.
South LA.
South LA. We South LA. Hey, listen. You never let a player call his own game. The second they let me call my own game, I was like 7s or 11s. Oh, it's a bet. When I tell you I hit like 4 rounds of straight 7s, I was like, I'll even lose. I don't give a fuck.
Robbie be out here like Ice Cube having himself a good day,
bro. When I just straight, I hit the first 3 rounds were all 7s. The last round was an 11, and I was like, I'm done. I'm good.
Shake them up, shake them up, shake them up.
A good gambler knows once you're in, and you cash out, and you're good.
Yep.
When you're in, you're in. So here's what I want to preach. It's okay for you to embrace sports gambling. But if you have a parlay that's here on the Rumboyz, we say hitting. If you have a parlay that's hitting. I need to make Craig make a gif of that. When your parlay is straight up hitting, okay, cash the fuck out. If you have a feeling that last leg, that last 2 legs, 3 is when I'm like, okay, but like survive your play. But if I got a feeling that parlay's not gonna hit. That parlay's not gonna hit. Motherfucker, cash out, please.
You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold
Robbie,
them.
I got a quick funny story. I got a quick funny story that's a dice game.
I agree on that.
I'm in Vegas this one time. I'm at this craps
playing
table
Stilo?
that is just
Craps?
that was just on fire. It was in fuego, and there was a couple that they just got married. Lady's in her gown, in her wedding gown.
I know how this is about to go.
And you stole her from the husband. You son of a bitch. I knew it already.
No, even better. We were all kicking ass. He was
stole the
rolling.
husband?
Yes, even better. He was rolling, and he had that evil look in his eyes.
They were playing together.
Yeah, they were playing together, and they were winning, and all of a sudden, you know, we cashed out. No, what happens through the 7, and I leaned over to the wife, and I said, "Get your husband away from this table. Do
right
whatever
now.
you need
There's
to
sharks,
do."
There's sharks are in the water.
Yep. I said he is never going to be up any more than he is right now. So you just do whatever you need to do. So she whispered something in his eye.
Do what you got to do. Pop a nip, you know, just like get him away. You know, like,
she whispered something in his ear.
No, it's not that easy. When you're that hot, it's not that easy.
Yeah, and she was easy on the eyes. I tell you, she whispered something in his ear, and next thing you know, they left the
Toby
table.
stops at poker. Oh, I know who's coming to the fucking. Hey, we're gonna stream poker games from Rumboyz too. So
strip poker with Toby. So
we're gonna stream. No, we're streaming poker games. So Toby, let's go.
Okay. Oh, you went from
I want to hear the story. I want to hear the story.
Take us out on
what happened? What happened?
About what?
No, Jorge's story.
Yeah.
He's not done.
So what ended up happening was she whispered something in his ear, and he still had that look in his eye, like I'm gonna double this money right now. But
No,
she said something that she said the right thing to him. Dude picked up his chips. Pushed his chips in to cash them out, to get the turn the 5s and the 25s into hundies. Walked away from the table. They walked away from the table. I don't know what she told him. So I know.
I have a couple theories.
I know the wedding dress. I know the wedding dress was there, and marriages need to be consummated. So, I think that's what happened.
Hey, everybody, listen, man. I hate to take this show away from Rumboyz After Dark and combine it with It's a Vibe, but this is why you need a good woman on your shoulders. Because if I had, God damn it, Autumn, fucking man.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
He's not fucking wrong.
No, not at all.
All right, so
Not
here's
wrong.
what I'm saying.
I hope that's what she told him.
Before we do this last topic, and we'll do this last topic rapid fire. What I'll say is legal gambling, or me living in a state where it's legal for me to gamble. Last year I used to only be able to cover spreads and weather and stuff like that. And I was sharp, but like if the homie Snacks was here, like Snacks gets to see like certain betting tickets that just because we're friends and like it's just part of our friendship, right? once you become a sharp, you become a sharp. Like once you get like, so I'm gonna re-up my bankroll tomorrow and probably cash that whole bitch out in the same day. One, why? I know I'm gonna get it back. Two, we're gonna place chalky bets and we're gonna be confident. Okay, we're not placing no casino shit. All right. And I exaggerated everything that I just said for the sake of hopefully going viral for that clip. It may happen, no, but hopefully someone TikToks it. But no, like you want to take 10% of your bankroll, have some fun, play it. But I tell you what, knowing what a line actually does, you're never going to know what a line actually does until you play it. You can look at a line, you can look at it over under, you can look at a point spread all you want. Until you actually play it, you don't know. You don't know what that means. You don't know what any of that means. I did not make it to championships in all of my leagues, but I made, in the words of Payne, I tabled a lot more than what the fuck I should have ever. Period. Point blank in a story. There was leagues that I had no business even being in playoffs in. But just because me covering certain things on the show and then being like, okay, well, because of that, I'm not going to play this player. I'm now going to adjust how I play this player. Made a whole world of difference. So the shit works, and don't fade it. Don't fade any strategy because the virus is only getting more serious and the shit's only getting more potent. So fuck it. Finally.
But the science is getting better.
Finally, if you could change any mother that deserves a shot. New shirt.
Science is getting better.
New shirt coming out. New website, 32bit.com.
I'm gonna buy like 10 of them bitches. Oh man, dude, the
Well,
science is getting better.
I hope you'd buy one of each
Science is
shirt.
getting better. Oh my lord, science, man! Shout out science.
If you go back in time and change one thing and one thing only, this is why this is kind of quick go. One thing and one thing only. This season and this season only. For either your NFL or fantasy team, what would it be? Herms, go.
Ah, shit.
Go.
Dak and CD was a really risky stack that I invested in far too much, and I think a lot of us really overestimated. Oh, well, if we extrapolate that 5-game sample size from last year over the course of it. No, it was a bad call. That was like, no.
Okay.
That was the thing that sunk my whole shit.
Every
rapid fire.
Every Superflex league that I played in, I would have passed on quarterback in the first 2 rounds.
Bang, go.
For me, it would be what he said, but for Amari Cooper. I fucking ranked that guy way too high. He did Amari Cooper shit. Fuck him.
Wow, there's a lot of Cowboys hate going on. Okay.
Fuck him.
Drop the mic. Go.
I would change the injury of DeAndre Swift because I would probably be in 5 or 6 championships and have a chance in them.
Wow, everyone's thinking about fantasy. You didn't think about your fucking bend and shatter defense at the beginning of the season, nor the fact that you don't have a wide receiver too.
They're still in the playoffs. Who cares?
Or Patrone's interceptions. Okay. Z2.
Taunting penalties. I think they're a waste of time.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
thank you. Someone has some real in it. All right. Here's what I would change, ladies and
God
gentlemen.
forbid somebody points at someone. Oh, fuck.
If I burn past you, I'm pointing at you.
The Dallas Cowboys would not be winning the NFC East. That's the one thing that I would motherfucking change.
I'm happy for them.
Actually, no. Here's the one thing I would change. Here's the one thing, because that requires too much to change that.
Y'all's defense playing like they did last year.
Fuck you, suck my ass.
Pay a little extra for that.
If Ryan Fitzpatrick hadn't have gotten hurt, I feel like it would have been a lot Better for
No,
the passing
if
game.
we had no, not even that. If we had an actual quarterback, a real quarterback, the quarterback of quarterbacks, then I think that we could have done some shit. And it's time for us to figure out.
I think
what
he's talking about quarterbacks.
For Washington, so that's the one thing I would change.
It's
To
my
us having that us having a real quarterback. I don't matter. It doesn't matter because I have a time machine, so I can go back and change whoever the fuck I want to be. I'll take your favorite team's quarterback right now. Okay,
You would have won with Shane Falco.
eat a dick.
See,
Got
now I
pitched
would have
that.
thought. See, Robbie, I would have thought you would have said Derrick Henry not getting hurt. I saved
That was
that
one of
for you.
mine because I just love the guy. He's so
I still
fucking
feel like
good.
I won that. I still feel like I won that though. Like even with him getting hurt, I'm still gonna win 2 championships with or without him being on the field.
Wow.
There's a chance
Some
may
of the
come
juice
with
came
one
through
of
the
them.
thing. It was gross. Awful. Ugh.
That Jewel life, dude. I dig it.
I know. Swallowed some juice. I didn't have enough time to mute. It was sorry.
I take grilled. I smoke grilled darts, so I'm worse than everyone here on the panel.
Akers and Dobbins is one that came to my mind too.
Man.
Oh,
Both of
Can
those.
we just say running backs?
Running back.
Yes.
Because
This fucking running backs in general. These are not the running backs you see.
There's one thing I could change: running backs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Rumboyz After Dark. We are gonna go in and get into our outros with my bros. Telling oh my mother fucking god.
I saw it, but I didn't want to say it. I saw it, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
I drafted a lot of rugs. That one stings.
Me too.
Hold on. You want to know something crazy? The dynasty league that I'm one of the dynasty leagues I'm in the championship for. I had Ruggs on that roster and Derrick Henry, and I'm still. Hey, guess what? I'm still big dick energy.
So
Pete, I might as well rename that team Pete Davidson.
Traded
Herms, your sign off. Herms, your sign off.
Go Herms.
At Herms NFL on Twitter, I do stuff.
He's with Fantasy Pros. He's a producer for Fantasy Pros. He's a news desk analyst for Fantasy Pros. He's gonna be doing a lot of stuff for Fantasy Pros. And he has
keep saying that over Fantasy Pros.
and he has a show coming with 32-bit. That's his own show that no one else has control over. That he owns rights to. Only him. No one else. Not even 32-bit. It's his rights to the show. That's his.
It'll be like this, but better lighting.
Really quick. Shout out to all the podcasters that own rights to their own shit.
The lateral show.
Shout out to everyone that owns their own fucking catalog. If you do not know at the end of 2021 how big of a deal of it is for you to be your own boss. The HINC. Some of y'all are not the HINC because, well, there's not enough black people in this industry for you to have that title. But still, to be head motherfucker in charge, that's baller as fuck. So shout out to everyone that owns their own catalog. Speaking of people that own their own catalog, that's independent. For it.
Oh, gracias, Robbie. Thank you so much, familia. Everybody, follow me at Jorge Martin 17 on Twitter, and you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Google, Spotify, Apple. We got the Familia FFP podcast out there. Just look at Familia FFP, familiaffp.com. I got original content out there. Please give us a follow. But also, first, make sure you like and subscribe. Rumboyz Fantasy Network. So, and then go to us.
Go to La Familia.
Gracias.
Go to La Familia. There's enough love to go around, baby.
Yes, a lot of people go around.
Pangs.
Oh crap! You can't catch me in that many places because I don't do a lot. You can catch me here on Fridays and some fucking Sundays and maybe a Monday. Can
I be your agent? Hold on, before you continue. Can I be your agent? Can I be your agent and just start booking you everywhere during the off season?
What's up?
Can I be your agent and just start booking you everywhere during the off season?
Dude,
I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
Oh my god, stupid. No agencies. Yeah, catch up FF, SportsMe, if I happen to be on another show, I was on Front Yard Fantasy recently. Those guys are the best.
Shout out
They're
the state of
great.
Maryland. Woo, yeah.
You won't see a ton of me besides tweeting some bullshit until best ball season. I would say catch me for best ball. That's my best work. As I said before, even if I maxed out teams, 600 out of 550,000 competition. The fact that I made finals and semis in every single one of them, props. I didn't make that many teams though. So, yeah, that's it.
And drop the mic F. I'm serious. Everyone out there that's really rising and that's really doing something, get an agent. Like, start looking at agents for real.
All right, you can find me pretty much like Robbie said earlier, 5 or 6 days a week with Robbie somewhere on doing something on Rumboyz. You can also find me on goingfor2.com. I am trying to do a little bit of graphic work with help from Z2, and find me on Twitter.
The Twitter. Hey, Z2. I don't know what to do.
Y'all know where to find me at Z2 Fantasy. I just wanted to I was a rookie this year in the industry, so I just wanted to shout out everybody who gave me a chance, Robbie, David, LQ, and then everybody on the panel, just to be able to meet y'all, talk with y'all and everything. It was a great year, great 2021, bigger things coming in 2022. And Wallpaper Wednesdays just did one of John Madden if you haven't checked it out. So go ahead.
R.I.P. to the GOAT. Yo,
yes.
Straight up, man. Oh, my favorite thing about John Madden is just the fact that, like, not only the video game, the announcing shit, but, like, anytime, like, there was something about the way that he would talk about Brett Favre that I always found to be just, like, incredibly amused. Like, oh, if you look at that guy, Brett Favre, out there in the face, just slinging the ball like Brett Favre. You know, like, I just got a shout out. Anytime I think of John Madden, I just hear him say, oh, Brett Favre, throwing the ball like Brett Favre. Just, man, true legend. RIP.
Legend.
It was like a tribute. It was like a tribute wallpaper with him above all the great players that he coached.
Without that video game, I wouldn't be doing this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, straight up. Like,
same here, actually.
Go.
Here's how I want to end the show. As y'all notice, you know, like, so first off, shout out my moms. Not only first off for giving birth to a motherfucking legend, but hooking me up with these meditation balls during Christmas.
Clacking around.
No, like for real.
Are they the ones with the little bells in them though?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, those that's really calming. It really is.
No, it helps. It helps a lot. She literally sat and watched me tackle down like a fucking like a Christmas Day parlay, and like it was dope. Like I was like, hey, she got to learn my world, and like she saw me set fancy football lineups. Like it was dope. But I kind of bring all that up, like to kind of state. I want to take this time to state a couple of things. This content creation shit, I don't care how you're doing it. Like, I've learned so much about it from the people that you hate in social media to that are great in social media to the people that are at the lowest, you know, levels. Like, I've learned so much. And I've had my eyes open to so much. All my Hollywood connects. I call this fantasy industry Hollywood because honestly, none of us are really famous, but we're so close to being famous.
There you go. Keyword.
Hang on. None of us are famous, but so many of us are so close to being famous. And that's why I call it Hollywood. You know, from all of my actual Hollywood connects that have shown this show love, not just this show, but just this network and anything that I have done or the people that have been on board with this show have done, they've done really good at vetting out like who's really real and like who's really with the shits and showing love to like, you know, promoting those people and making sure that those people are eating. Listen, there's nothing wrong with being independent. There's nothing wrong with you joining a team and collabing with a team. But God damn it, if you do not express your creative freedom, if you do not take every avenue of approach to get noticed. Like Herms is the perfect example. Herms is the perfect example.
Hello.
I watched. I'm being for real. I watched this man. It's not easy to grind on a show like this as long as he did. It's not easy to then hop on a show like It's a Vibe and then be as vulnerable as sometimes he had to be. You know, but it opens doors. Ladies and gentlemen, embrace you. Embrace your talent. Embrace the strengths that I don't give a fuck what you believe in. And I mean that in the most polite way, not disrespectful way possible. Whether you believe in God, Allah, you believe in the universe, whatever. Believe in one thing and believe in your motherfucking self. And take chances on your motherfucking self. Because you don't know where those chances are going to take you. I saw 2021 take so many people through highs and lows. I saw 2021 try and cancel people, and certain people are still here. 2022 is going to try and do the same thing, and certain people are still going to be here. I already see ops looking for the next motherfucking target. I see y'all sniping in the bushes. Y'all motherfuckers think you funny, and it's fucking funny to me, to be honest. Because motherfuckers, you know, just be loyal, do good business. Uphold your woes. Uphold when I say your woes, the people that's around you. Like, I'm gonna close out this show like, be loyal, be honest, do good business, fucking be prosperous, be successful, fucking speak good, positive things into existence. Love your homies, love your girl, love the people that's around you. Like, a lot of people think this shit's a game, but honestly, this shit's not a game. There's nothing a game about finding people that's loyal. There's nothing a game about finding people that's gonna ride. So I mean, in 2022, I'm letting people know I respect everyone else. I love everyone else. Slap said, value yourself. Value your life. Appreciate yourself. But listen, as much as I love and I appreciate all of you, I gotta become the apple of this shit. So I'd appreciate everyone to respect me on that path of pursuing that. And that is what it is. And I respect my team that's rocking with me. If you're not with me, or if you're not supporting me in some type of way, you know, whether it's symbolically or whatever, I'm sorry. But 2022, yo, I got Z2, my graphic designer, Herms, we rocking, we building a fucking business, baby, Payne, Mike, Jorge. You know, I know you always clocking in, but for real, from Rumboyz, from 32-bit, from any project that I have my hands in, from any project that my staff has their hands in, big or small, you will hear our names ring bells. And if not, I promise, like the final background, we bring in hell. Cheers to me. Cheers to you. All the wrong boys and girls, what it do, 2022. Let's light this the fuck on fire, crew. Ah!
Salud. Salud, everybody.